Joe Buck and John Smoltz welcoming you back to the City Center Convenience Mart.
Heather's moment has arrived, and you just hope all that training pays off.
Heather lays down her purchase, but Randy rings it up as slowly as he can.
Uh-oh.
Yep, she's looking at the cigarettes.
There's nothing good back there.
Heather's arm is in motion, but she just grabs the gum off the counter.
That's a slick move.
Even Randy tips his cap to Heather. Stand Up to Cancer and Raleigh wants you to reduce your risk for cancer.
Go to takeahealthystand.org.
This hour of the Triangle Sports Leader is powered by Ritchie Law Firm, injury lawyers. Ritchie Law is on top of it. Go to ritchielaw.com.
That's ritchielaw.com.
They score!
WCMC-FM HD1 Holly Springs.
Ehlers, he'll turn with it. Ehlers lets the shot go. He scores! Oh, what a brilliant play! Nikolai Ehlers danced inside the blue line and then fired the shot through Greaves, and it's 3-2 Carolina. Aho back for Ehlers. He'll go across, they score! Nikolai Ehlers with another brilliant pass, and finishing that is Andrei Svechnikov from the ring, and it's 4-2 Carolina.
It is the Adam Gold Show. What is up? I'm Adam Gold. Victoria's here. And thank you very much for spending some of your Wednesday afternoon with us. We are live on YouTube, so you can watch us do the show. Go to YouTube, search Adam Gold Show or 99.9 The Fan. Subscribe to it. That's always good. Makes us feel better. You know, it's beneficial to you because if you're listening anyway. Oh, wait. The show's about to start. You know, you could be doing something. Like I was trying to, as I was doing the hockey game last night, I was trying to get something in the oven. And I could have used an alert. Mm-hmm. I mean, I didn't need it, but I could have used one. Hey, you know, the storm watch is about to start.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That, I mean, again, wasn't a problem, but I can't tell you how often, you know, I'm doing stuff before the game. I'm at the arena, like, and I look at my phone, like, oh my gosh, the show's going on in 90 seconds. I should probably say hi to Rusty.
Yeah.
Rusty's like, where are you?
Yeah,
where
like,
are you?
Hello.
Yeah. I'm just, you know, I'm doing other things. So welcome to the program.
Yeah.
That's Victoria. I'm Adam.
It's Wednesday. It's hump day. It's also April Fool's Day. So don't get tricked out there.
How do you feel about April Fool's? How do you feel about it?
I mean, I don't know. It's another day to maybe be silly, but some people, like, just get dumb with it. Like, don't try. Okay, there are certain jokes that are not funny. So, like, don't try to trick your partner with, like, a fake pregnancy test. Or don't try to, like, almost propose to someone. You know, those are, like, funny.
Yeah.
Those are, like, not jokes. So, yeah, I would not advise people to do stuff like that. But, you know, if you do something silly, like, oh my gosh, I just won $500 on a scratch off. That might be depressing, though. Don't do that either.
It's not, I mean, it's good.
I mean, that's not, it's not like 500,000.
In our line of work, messing around with April Fools, you know what it will get you?
Fired.
Fire. Exactly. Exactly.
Yep.
It will get you fired.
Yeah, so we are not dropping any big news today.
Yeah, I thought about, like, what should we do? Should we do something funny? And I'm like, no, probably not.
Yeah.
Because it's just going to get somebody in trouble. I don't want to be in trouble.
No.
I don't need that. I don't need the headache.
Yeah, and half the time it's not even that funny. You know, like, people will be like, oh my gosh, you know, David Tepper fired Dave Canales, and like it's not. And then you find out it's April Fool's, and okay, well,
you gotta chill. I'm kidding. I thought, like, I wonder if I could convince. I'm not going to use anybody's name here. I thought if I could get somebody I know that everybody knows to, like, joke around about it with me, that it might be funnier.
Right.
But I decided not to even pursue it.
You know what I'm going to do today, though?
What are you going to do today?
All April Fool's type bumps. That's what I'm going to do.
April Fool's type bumps?
Yeah. So you will be hearing what a fool believes.
Okay. I thought about that, actually. That's kind of strange. All right, good.
So
Fool on
stuff
the
like
Hill?
that. Yeah, that's stuff that I could do.
It's a great song. Both great songs.
Right.
There you go. Which really have nothing to do with April Fool's. It just has the word fool in it.
Yeah.
All right, we got a lot of things to do. Real quick, earlier today, one of our colleagues here, Megan LaMontagne, also works at Lenovo Center, and I have borrowed. Remember, we had Rod Brindamore on the Canes Corner podcast in the summer. We borrowed their set because they rate and they have their own set to do the Iced Tea podcast, which is fun, tons of fun. So I brought Rod in, so I got to use that set once.
Right.
I'm not allowed back in.
Yeah, one and done.
Right. So Brandon Bussi's fiance came in and they recorded an episode. I don't know when it drops. But for those people who are enamored, and we're going to talk about Brandon Bussi here, for those people who love Bussi, but you spend time on TikTok and you have seen his fiance on TikTok, which that's the first time I had ever seen. Her name is Mary. First time I had ever seen her was a TikTok video.
Yeah.
Like she just say, "This is what I'm wearing to the game tonight." Whatever. It's
okay. All
innocent, fun stuff. So we've already had Brandon on the show twice. I could not be more. I'm trying to find a word that will not freak everybody out. Enamored.
Yeah.
With Brandon Bussi, the person. Forget about the fact that we're going to talk about him here. Forget about the fact that he played really well last night. Second straight game. But just the personality, Brandon, I'm addicted to that.
He's great. Yeah.
Super grounded, nice, fun, smart, all of that. So we met Mary today. Peas in a pod, man.
They're awesome.
She's great.
Yeah, has to be.
So that's all I got to say. I just wanted to say I got a chance to meet Mary.
Yeah, Mary and Brandon.
So
it's cute.
Yeah, and that's all I got on that. Yeah. But it was fun. It was fun to actually meet one of my favorite TikTok influencers.
Oh, whoa! Look at that. Now that you're on TikTok, you know. Adam's all into it now.
It's funny. I've forgotten to post. Like I generally just do it at home games.
Yeah.
And I do this is what has happened so far in this game. Mm-hmm. It's just like to engage, whatever. Yeah. I have forgotten to do it for probably like 10 games now.
Yeah.
It's dumb.
I
gotta be
afterthought.
more. I gotta be more consistent, and I have to dance while doing it.
I was gonna say you're not dancing.
If you don't dance while doing it, you're not doing it right.
Yeah.
So
you should probably be making some gross food too at the same time. They always have. That's usually where I hear about like the latest.
No. TikTok is best. I'm not even joking here. Recipes.
Yeah.
And music.
Okay.
It's by far. That's all I care about.
Well, TikTok has brought back some old school songs, by the way. Like they have resurged older classics big time.
Well, I mean, I get a lot of Grateful Dead remembrances and what else did I saw Little Feat randomly playing Dixie Chicken today. I don't know, with Bonnie Raitt singing. This was awesome.
Yeah.
But to me, that's all TikTok is good for.
Yeah.
Recipes and guy making Italian food. I love that dude.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I love Italian food. So,
exactly.
Yeah.
Love that guy. And he's got a lot of hair, though. Holy cow, he's got a lot of hair. And music. I absolutely love it. All right, this is enough. We should probably play it. Let's get it started in here. All right. 2:00 press conference today that will officially introduce Justin Gainey as the head coach at NC State. He succeeds whatever his name was, who was only here for a hot minute, who actually agreed to buy a house in Baton Rouge on February 23rd, but for weeks after that, pretended as though he was not leaving.
Yeah, that guy.
His exit was mischaracterized.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was by you.
Big Bang Theory fans might know, like, Will Wheaton. He's like a villain type guy.
Oh, is he? Okay.
Yeah,
I don't...
it's very appropriate. Just thought about that.
I love it. All right, so I wanted to read a couple of quotes about Bussi, about Justin Gainey. And this comes right off of NC State's website. So this is from Rick Barnes. I don't think, we are actually already heard that. Rick Barnes, who sung the praises of him. Herb Sendek, Coach Gainey's the kind of leader you want your son to play for, to represent your university. Chris Corciani, he's confident that Boo Corrigan will bring somebody who bleeds red. Yes, Justin Gainey is that. I'm honored to announce Justin Gainey as our new head coach. Not only are we welcoming back one of our own, according to Boo Corrigan, but we are welcoming a tough, tenacious, and experienced coach who I am confident will lead our program. Look, everybody is excited about this. I think you should be. We'll get to hear from Justin Gainey today. Again, that press conference is supposed to start just after 2 o'clock, and we'll at least bring the first 15 or so minutes to you live. Hopefully it will start on time. Tons of things to do. Even former players at State who did not necessarily know, Justin Gainey when he was a player, because he's been away for a bit. They're all dialed in to Justin Gainey. So, good day for NC State. They have had other alums come back and be the head coach before. Like Norm Sloan was an alum, and that did pretty well. Sidney Lowe was an alum that didn't go as well. But I will say this, in Lowe's first year, they went to the ACC championship game, lost to Carolina, but 4 games in 4 days in Tampa. Still one of my favorite ACC tournaments ever, but good stuff. And hope to hear down the road. We'll hopefully talk to Justin Gainey, but we'll hear the press conference, at least part of it, coming up a little bit later on. Speaking of new coaches, UNC still without one. According to Bet Online, Billy Donovan is the favorite to get the job. Tommy Lloyd of Arizona is next. It's about, I think, 2-1 for Tommy Lloyd. Of course, he's busy right now because he is the head coach at Arizona. And for the 11th day in a row, he has been asked a question that pertains to maybe being the next coach at UNC. And the other day he made mention of the job he currently has and how good it is. He says, Arizona's the next coach at Arizona is going to be a great coach too. Meaning that Arizona is one of those programs that will always hire a great coach. They will always be able to attract a great coach. And because coaches do these things, I'm not saying on purpose, but they do these things on purpose. He was asked to clarify that yesterday.
It's absolutely true. There's going to be another coach. This is a great program. I didn't say when. And people are going to speculate all they want. Guys, this team has my full focus. Nothing, I promise you nothing is knocking me off that path. And you guys might call them distractions because you're distracted. That doesn't mean I'm distracted or we're distracted. You know what's pretty cool? Once you get some experience in this deal and you're a player or you're a coach who's been at it a while, you get pretty good at, eliminating the distractions. So I think I'm pretty good at that. And I just can't wait to get to practice today. I'm going to go meet with the staff right now. We're probably a little bit late. That's why Nate's pushing me to get up there. And I'm going to go try to have a good practice.
All right, that's Tommy Lloyd. I could be wrong here, but that didn't sound like a coach who isn't taking the Carolina job, or at the very least, who isn't considering the Carolina job, or who's using it to get a better contract from Arizona. One of those three things is absolutely true. This team has my full focus. That is not a denial of any interest in North Carolina. You're distracted. All right. I want to.
I know. It's a very, not me, but you.
The media, you guys are very distracted by this. Okay. This is when I heard that. This is what I thought of. Braves fans, come with me for a second. The Braves and the Mets back in the early 90s, man, they went at it. Remember John Rocker with the Braves? And there are certain Braves fans that want to forget John Rocker was yours, and I get it. But sorry, it's attached to you forever. And he was a great pitcher for a while. I mean, there's no denying that. Rocker at his best was awesome as a pitcher. Probably not as a human. Not probably. Definitely not as a human. Anyway, there was a situation like he's coming off the mound in New York, and obviously Mets fans are giving him a hard time, and he's giving it back. And he screamed like they're trying to get in my head. I'm in your head. Like, you're in the fans' heads? Like, are you distracting the fan? Is he going like eat the wrong side of a hot dog? He's going to drink the wrong side of a beer. He's going to try to go to the far side of the cup and spill the. Was that the insinuation? That when Tommy Lloyd said you guys are distracted. I am sorry. That's what I thought of. I apologize for maybe bringing up old wounds. Anyway, I don't know if Tommy Lloyd's going to be the next coach at Arizona or not, or UNC or not. But that was not even, like, difficult to understand that it wasn't a denial. That was a blatant, I'm still thinking about it.
Right.
He should have just said that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I might take the UNC job. But right now I'm coaching Arizona.
I'm focused.
So shut up.
Yeah.
Like, that's what he probably should have said. Anyway, let's move on. Canes beat the Blue Jackets 5-2. Last night. Let's just talk about just facts from the game. Carolina's now got 100 points. They are the fourth team to get to 100 points. Colorado got there first. Dallas got there next. Buffalo actually got to 100 points about a half hour before Carolina last night because the game started a half hour before Carolina last night. So it is the fourth time in the last 5 years the Hurricanes have compiled at least 100 points. It would have been 5 in a row had they not essentially farted around with the last 8 games of the season last year in getting just 3 points out of those 8 games and ending with 99 points. I mean, for all intents and purposes, this is the 5th straight year the Hurricanes have got 100 points, but it is just 4 out of 5.
We should change the system.
We should.
Sorry, I had to.
If you're trending to do that, you should just give it to you.
Yeah.
They're on track to win their 4th division title in the last 6 years. And I've said this before. I remember when the Hurricanes were placed in the Metropolitan Division. So many people went, how is this team ever going? Forget about winning the division. That was not even a thought. How is this team going to compete with the Capitals, with the Penguins? We weren't even talking really about the Flyers. With the Capitals, with the Penguins, with the Rangers. Devils were good. Everybody's going to be so much better than Carolina. The Hurricanes actually have the second best record in all of hockey over the last 6 years. Actually, let's kick out the pandemic year, the last 5 years. Second best record in all of hockey. I think Colorado has the best. But it's close. Carolina and Colorado are very close in terms of total points. Best team in the East. Yeah, I know. Regular season for those people who want to devalue what Carolina has done in the postseason, which I'm not. You can if you want. Everybody can look at what Carolina has done in the postseason as a disappointment if you want. Certainly, John Buccigross and A.J. Malesko were yesterday. Oh, my gosh, they keep getting to the conference finals and they can't get past it. Yeah, like a lot of teams. Talk to me about the Dallas Stars. I don't hear that when Dallas is on TV. I don't hear, my gosh, why can't the Dallas Stars get past the conference finals? What are we doing? Now, during bubble hockey, Dallas made it to the Stanley Cup Finals, but who remembers that? Except Tampa. Tampa won the title that year, so they remember it. Look, Carolina has been a hugely successful team in the regular season and, yes, in the postseason. Not as successful as they would like, but still. If you win 2 rounds of the NHL playoffs, man, you have had a good year.
Yeah.
So we all want to go further. We want the Hurricanes to win more than 1 game in the conference finals. Let's go for 2, maybe 3. Let's do 4. Let's win 4 games in the conference finals. Could happen this year. Anyway, right now they are the number 2 overall team in the NHL. If you look, go to NHL.com and click on standings and then click on league. You will see Colorado 1, Carolina 2. Hurricanes have a game in hand on Dallas. Dallas has 100 points. Actually, I believe Carolina's lead on Dallas is regulation wins, not just game in hand. Although I think they have a game in hand on Dallas. They have a game in hand on Buffalo. Buffalo has a regulation win advantage over Carolina, but the Hurricanes are ahead because 1 more game to play. Which, I don't know if the schedule, I have to look at Buffalo's schedule, but Carolina will play tomorrow night. But they are the number 2 overall seed today in the NHL. And yet, so many problems. Oh, so many problems. Anyway, Brandon Bussi was excellent again yesterday. He was great against the Devils on Saturday. He was really good again last night against the Blue Jackets. 23 saves. I mean, he made probably 5 awesome saves last night that could have very easily been goals, and not a soul would have gone, man, Brandon's got to get that one. So, so I personally, if I'm Rod Brindamore, Brandon Bussi's going out there again tomorrow against Columbus. That's what I'm doing. I'm sending him out tomorrow against Columbus. And if he plays well again, I'm giving him the net against the Islanders on Saturday. And Freddie will get the game in Ottawa on Sunday. That's what I would do if I were Rod Brindamore. All right. After the game, look, it's John Buccigross and A.J. Malesko, but Brandon Bussi still had to talk to him.
Hey, Malesko, we only talk to Western Michigan Broncos after games, and you qualify. Hey, Brandon, you were good from the start tonight. You stopped 23 of 25. I'm just curious. We talked about during the telecast, you can go minutes without seeing a shot because your boys are so good 5-on-5. Have you had to make any kind of adjustment to be ready for grade A's when you haven't touched a puck for 4 minutes?
Honestly, not really. It's all mental, honestly. Just telling myself, be ready for the next shot. You never know when you're going to have a moment that can change a game. So it's fun to play in front of the group we have, and great win on the road for us tonight.
And Brandon, for you guys, Rod was telling us earlier that there's no easy game. Everybody comes and throws their A game at you guys because you are so good. What does that do to your mentality, both as a goaltender, but your team as a whole?
Yeah, it's that time of year, right? You know, everyone's pushing to make the playoffs. They're a great team. We got them in 2 more days here in a back-to-back. I think this time of year just brings the best out of you. So,
Brent, this is kind of your first real go-through, right, of an NHL season. Have there been any ups and downs emotionally, physically? Take us through your journey this year.
I think I felt pretty good emotionally in the sense of not getting too high and not getting too low. The NHL is a way of humbling you. There's so many talented players that you need to bring your best every night, and even at your best, sometimes the puck's not going to hit you. So, felt like my reads were good tonight, and I'm fortunate the puck hit me.
So what are you going to eat? What's your normal post-game meal? What are you going to devour?
Whatever we got. I think on the plane I go with pasta.
Nice.
Normally, so I got a
little chicken parm maybe?
Yeah, why not, Bucci? I know you like that.
Let's go, kid. Hey, good job tonight. You're outstanding.
Thanks, guys.
He was outstanding last night. He really was, and I love the personality because he's right, man. The league will knock you down. And I asked Rod Brindamore that question about if you look at Carolina's schedule, between now and the end of the season, there is only one game against a team that is not fighting for a playoff spot. Legitimately. Only one. That's a game at Chicago. Every other game, Carolina's got 8 left. The other 7 are against teams that are either in the playoffs, fighting to stay in, or fighting to get in. No more with Buffalo. No more with Tampa. No more with Montreal, who's very solid. But everybody else they play. Columbus tomorrow, the Islanders on Saturday, Ottawa on Sunday, Boston on Tuesday. These teams are all fighting to either get in or stay in. I think Boston's going to be okay. But still, they can't afford to lose a couple of games.
Yeah, and don't lose to the Blackhawks again either. Yeah.
Well, I mean, by then, I hope Carolina's got everything they need to have sewn up. Anyway, it was a really good performance last night. Let me run through a couple of quick things about it. Then we're going to take a break. We have Tiger Woods news I want to get to on the other side. I would argue that since Michael Jordan, there has not been a more globally famous athlete other than Lionel Messi than Tiger Woods. Anyway, we'll get to that in a minute. Nikolai Ehlers. There's no way anybody thought he would be this good. We knew he was a good player. Nobody is doubting that. We thought Carolina was adding a good piece. Ehlers has been better than advertised. The ability to take the position where he is, playing with Jordan Stahl and Jordan Martinook, and turn that into a legitimate scoring line, gives Carolina 3 legitimate scoring lines. And last night he was brilliant. Goal, 2 assists, 40 assists is a career high, 64 points with 8 games to play, ties his career high. He has been absolutely fantastic. Shane Gostisbehere, once again, doesn't matter. Just comes in and just scores or sets somebody up. Basically a point a game. 45 points in 46 games, I think it is. The power play. Goals in 7 straight, at least one. They had 3 last night. They are 11 for their last 23 on the power play. And in the last 48 games, 30.4%. Best in the NHL in the last 48 games. Random, right? Yeah. That's a large sample size. It's more than half of a season. It's a very good power play. I'm not declaring it the best power play in the league. And when the playoffs start, you just got to do it all over again. But it is a very good power play. All right. Tiger Woods news on the other side. And some stuff from the NFL owners' meetings in, I think it's Arizona, is where they are meeting. Roger Goodell obviously did not learn a lesson from, 10 years ago, something like that. Didn't learn a lesson. Next.
Because your fantasy football team needs all the help it can get, The Adam Gold Show on the North Carolina Sports Network.
Hey, it's Tim Donnelly.
And me, Dennis Cox.
And we are headed to Indianapolis.
Join us Thursday and Friday from Indy, the site of college basketball's national championship.
We'll bring you all the news, insight, and interviews you'll only get by being there in person.
Maybe we'll even talk to Carolina or State's next head coach.
Or their last head coach.
We're at the Natty thanks to Carolina Ale House.
Call Carolina Ale House to book your watch party at one of USA Today's 10 best sports bars.
Well, we know the wedding's coming up, and after we get out of the wedding, I'm telling you, it is savings time. Now, we want to buy some land, and we really want to build a house. Hopefully, we'll make enough off the house that we have. But when I'm thinking about saving money in retirement, I'm ready to double down and try to play a little bit of catch up. I'm 40, and if there's other people out there I know that are 40 that don't have anything planned, like myself.
Yes.
I mean, is that okay?
No,
Can we
it's
start?
not too late. No, because you've been building, and you've got real estate and stuff like that, so you have more than you think.
Okay.
But now it's important to make sure we fund your own retirement plan. Because back when our grandparents were working, they would retire and then the company would give them a pension. There's no pensions anymore, but we designed your own personal pension. Now you're in control and you have income forever. We call it the financial fill-up strategy right there. So the next 10 people call, we'll do your very own financial fill-up strategy at no cost or obligation.
Call my friend Coach Pete today, 919-794-7900, 919-794-7900.
Amanda Daughtry is a paid spokesperson. Investment advisory services offered by Capital Financial Advisory Group, a North Carolina registered investment advisor.
Law Tigers was born from a passion for the open road. Over 25 years ago, Law Tigers was built by riders for riders. We protect what matters most: your freedom, your family, and the ride. Injured in a motorcycle accident? Call 1-800-LAW-TIGERS or visit lawtigers.com. Because every ride you take, your freedom could be on the line, and we've got your back. Law Tigers is a network of independent law firms who are members of the American Association of Motorcycle Injury Lawyers. Law Tigers is not a law firm.
Hey, girls, what's going on?
We're just mapping out our entertainment to-do list, and we are ready. Okay, here we go. First on the list, House of Hops. Love the place. So relaxing. Variety of food trucks and a new selection of those THC drinks I'm digging on. Oh, and you know I'm a wine drinker, and their wine list is only matched by their huge craft beer selection. Oh, I can't wait.
Excellent. Who's next?
Well, we gotta eat, right? So zip by Che Empanadas. Scrumptious Argentinian delicacies. Can't go wrong there.
That's the one by Sharky's, right? Scrumptious indeed. Eat there all the time.
Hey, don't forget Salt and Lime. You know the one by the Raleigh Grand.
Girl, Margarita Mondays and Taco Tuesdays? That's where you'll find me.
You girls do have it mapped out. Che Empanadas, the House of Hops and Salt and Lime Cabo Grill. All outstandingly scrumptious. Off Glenwood, Grove Barton, and Durley Road.
Flying out of RDU? You've already got a lot to think about if you're traveling. Let Fast Park and Relax take over the parking part of your trip. Fast Park and Relax is just minutes from the terminal. You simply pull into our easy access lot, park in one of our fully covered, well-lighted parking spaces, and one of our comfortable shuttles will pick you right up, load your luggage, and deliver you to your terminal. No walking, no waiting. That's why we're called Fast Park and Relax. We make airport parking easy. Check out our free parking offer at thefastpark.com.
Having insurance isn't the same as having State Farm. It's like needing a lawyer, but getting some guy who just watches courtroom dramas.
How does the defendant plead?
Guilty. Wait, what? Also, objection.
You object to what?
Erroneous.
Counsel, approach the bench.
Hey, can I get a whack at the gavel?
You wouldn't settle for just any lawyer, so don't settle for just any insurance. Get the real deal with State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
This is Adam Gold.
And we're going to have Seth on the show next week when he gets back from vacation. He was by a pool.
What are you doing? Get off Twitter. It's nicer to be on Twitter when you're by a pool anyway.
No, just stop engaging with people.
The Adam Gold Show.
It's the Adam Gold Show. I'm Adam Gold, Victoria producing the program. We're going to get to some NFL news in a minute here. One-timers in about 10 minutes or so, 15 minutes. Chip Patterson next hour. Will Brinson is going to join us, talk more about the National Football League just after about 2:15, 2:20. Justin Gainey's press conference are going to get you to the start of that. Just after 2 o'clock here on the Adam Gold Show. So if that's what you're interested in, by all means, stick around for that. So we all know that Tiger Woods was involved in another one-car accident. It's not his first. It's at least his second that I know of. But it's also not his first driving under the influence charge. But This one is having Tiger Woods step away to focus on his health. I'm not going to read the quote because, I mean, it's pretty standard that he clearly has an addiction. Or addiction might not be the right word. I honestly don't know that it's an addiction, but he clearly, because of his surgeries, and he's had who knows how many, back surgeries, knee surgeries, foot surgeries at this stage, where he is relatively, in pain all the time.
Yeah, and he's conditioned, I'm sure, to the drugs that he's had to take because of the surgeries.
I mean, opioids as painkillers, I mean, they're effective, but
this can happen.
You become dependent upon them. Real quick, for people who remember in 2019 when he won the Masters, which was an incredible win. I saw a video of him like 2 days later surprising a group. It was a corporate thing, and he was walking. He was wearing shorts and a hoodie, and literally, this is not joking. He looked like he was walking like Fred Sanford. For those people who have ever seen the show Sanford and Son, Woods. He could not really walk normal. It just shows you that when you're out of a competition mode and you're not trying to medicate so you can perform at an acceptable level, that he was legitimately just walking around in pain. I'm not absolving anything he did here, by the way. What he did was, awful, and he's getting away with it for the second time. Because we go back, it's got to be 12 years. It's like Memorial Day weekend. He was pulled over for driving under the influence. They didn't even do a toxicology when he wrecked his car, 4 years ago in Los Angeles and nearly lost his leg. They didn't even do a toxicology on that. So it happened again. High rate of speed, clipped the back of a pickup truck, rolled his Range Rover. No injuries, but arrested for driving under the influence. Automatic because he refused urinalysis when he got to jail. Anyway, Mark Schlabach, ESPN, describing the police report.
Well, he certainly has some questions to answer, Matt. We know, why. We now know why police believed he was impaired. The report said he was, quote, sweating profusely, said his movement was lethargic and slow, said he was limping and stumbling to the right. They said his eyes were bloodshot and glassy and that his pupils were extremely dilated. He did have those 2 hydrocodone pills in his pocket. What we don't know is if Tiger has a prescription for those. One thing I thought was enlightening, Matt, was that he told the officer he had 7 back surgeries, which we knew. Mm-hmm. Also said he's had more than 20 procedures on his right leg.
Yeah, the numbers of surgeries is legendary. They don't even have to open him up; they just unzip him at this point.
Pretty much Velcro.
So, I'm sure he's got a prescription for hydrocodone. If he doesn't, that's a problem too, right? Amber Wilson from ESPN went on.
When the cops are like, whoa, this is Tiger Woods, but we've got to put you in cuffs, that would be a reasonable reaction, let's be honest. But don't you assume, or is this me being negative, that when we're talking about somebody that great and somebody that famous, that if we know about these incidents, that there's probably ones we don't know about? Don't you assume at times that there would probably be cops that would pull him over and be like, whoa, this is Tiger Woods.
I don't know.
Like he's caught every time, these things creep up every time. There's a car wreck every time, that sort of thing. It stands to reason that there's probably other stuff going on that we don't hear about and that we don't find out about. And if that's true, then that makes all of this even that much more serious.
I think we found out about a lot of the stuff that Tiger was doing. In terms of traffic issues, maybe. I know the president insinuated that he shouldn't have been arrested. Okay. Police officers have sworn a duty to protect the public.
Right. It's kind of their job.
Right. Right. Not to protect celebrities.
Right.
They've sworn a duty to protect the public. Somebody driving around at a high rate of speed under the influence. I'm sorry.
Qualifies.
That person needs to I'm a Tiger Woods apologist, but nah, man, that person absolutely has to be arrested. And I've long said that we don't treat DWI, DUI, depending on where you are. We don't treat them as severely as we should. They should not be treated like traffic violations. I think those are crimes. When you endanger the public, that's a crime. It's not a moving violation. It's sad what Tiger's dealing with. It's sad for a lot of things. It's sad that his career in some ways has been derailed by it. Forget about the sex addiction thing. By the way, there's no that it bothered me that America bought that. I mean, that means if you're addicted to it, it means you can't have it ever. It just seems
right.
That's whatever. I'll move on from that. That was actually never mind. There's a story behind that. The whole thing before the injury to his foot, the accident that happened in Los Angeles, the morning after his golf tournament ended. He was actually coming, he had won the Masters in 19. He had recovered from the back surgery to the point where he could play and compete. And we were going to get the end days of Woods' career. And this is me talking selfishly as a sports fan. We were going to get the end days of Woods' career. An athlete that you can put on one hand as like the greatest competitors in the history of anything. In 1999, it occurred to me as we were looking for the next Michael Jordan, even though Jordan would come back with the Washington Wizards, not the same version of it, but he came back with the Wizards. We were looking for the next Jordan. Tiger was the next Jordan. There has never been a competitor on his level. That includes Nicklaus as a golfer. Never. The rate of contention to winning, Woods' career, the prime of his career, so far paced that of Nicklaus. The only golfer in history who was even close was Hogan, whose body was ravaged by injury too. We were going to get the twilight of Woods' career for probably 3 or 4 years. And Woods' accident eliminated that. Eliminated it. I don't know, has he made like 3 cuts since then? And he's only doing that because his golf brain is so far better than everybody else's that he can make chicken salad sometimes out of it. But he can't ever compete. I hope he one day competes on the Champions Tour. Because he can ride a cart and he might still be able to compete. I don't know if he will or not. I really don't. I hope he gets well. But this latest chapter is just another in a building block of obstacles for sports fans getting a chance to see him. Anyway, I just hope he gets well. At this point, competing is just the last thing that matters. We'll do one-timers when we come back. You can go to YouTube, search Adam Gold Show or 99.9 The Fan, put yourself in the chat, ask a question about anything. It does not matter. We will answer it next.
Questioning goalie interference calls since day one. The Adam Gold Show on the North Carolina Sports Network.
Adam Gold here from my friends at FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook and baseball fans. FanDuel is giving you a chance to call your shot, like Babe Ruth did against Chicago way back in the 30s. It's daily dingers. Joining the action is easy. Just make your free pick on who's hitting a home run in their game, and if you're right, you'll get a profit boost to use on your next bet for a chance at extra winnings. This is gambling without money. This is incredible. Just another reason why FanDuel is the home of the home run, the big fly, the tater. Touch them all. Head over to FanDuel.com/local. FanDuel.com/local. Opt in for daily dingers today. 21 and over and present in North Carolina. No purchase necessary. Opt-in required. Bonuses issued as non-withdrawable profit boost tokens. Restrictions apply, including any token expiration and maximum wager amount. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 877-718-5543 or visit morethanagame.nc.gov.
It's the first day of the first grade, and she found a new best friend. It's a laid-back Sunday afternoon you wish would never end. The homemade taste of Bluebell and good friends gathered round. The good old days are being made right now.
New Bluebell Brookie a la mode ice cream brings brownies and cookies together like never before. Big chunks of brownies, soft chocolate chip cookie pieces blended into a rich, creamy brown sugar ice cream. It's not too good to be true. It's just that good.
The good old days are being made right now. The good old days are being made right now.
Look for Bluebell ice cream at your local grocer and pick up your favorite flavor today.
Carolina Complete Health, from neighborhoods in Charlotte to families in Greensboro, Raleigh, and Durham, all the way to Asheville and Wilmington, and everything in between. We are here for communities across North Carolina, connecting you to the care and support you need. We are here to make healthcare easier to access and understand. We are here to bridge the gap, because your health matters. Your community matters. You matter. We are here for your health. Visit hereforyourhealthnc.com.
This April, during Line Worker Appreciation Days, we celebrate our hometown heroes, the public power line workers who keep our communities powered and connected. From powering homes and businesses to restoring service after storms, public power line workers show up every day, rain or shine, to keep the lights on in the communities they serve. Join us in saying thank you to these dedicated, skilled professionals by visiting electricities.com/thank-a-line-worker.
This April, join North Carolina Realtors in celebrating Fair Housing Month. Fair housing means everyone deserves a place to call home, regardless of race, color, national origin, religion, sex, or disability. NC Realtors are committed to fair housing for all North Carolinians and ensuring that everyone has access to safe and affordable housing. Let's work together to create communities where everyone can thrive. Visit ncrealtors.org to learn more about fair housing. Paid for by NC Realtors.
You know the only feeling sweeter than opening a college acceptance letter? Knowing that you'll be able to pay for tuition however far you go. The first step? Completing the free application for federal student aid, or the FAFSA for short. Find out how much money for college you qualify for. Grants, scholarships, and other opportunities are waiting. How far can you go? Find out at cfnc.org/FAFSA101.
This is Adam Gold.
We're going to have Seth on the show next week when he gets back from vacation. He was by a pool.
What are you doing? Get off Twitter. It's nicer to be on Twitter when you're by a pool anyway.
No, just stop engaging with people.
The Adam Gold Show.
See Adam Gold Show. I'm Adam Gold. We need more cowbell.
All the cowbell.
Excellent. All right, we got a lot to do here. So we're going to do one-timers. Next hour, Chip Patterson. Then at least the beginning of the Justin Gainey introductory press conference just after 2 o'clock. And we'll talk NFL football with Will Brinson of CBSSports.com. Right now, let's do Q's and A's.
so we ended the show with some punnies, some dad jokes.
Right.
So Cornbread didn't disappoint.
Oh, my gosh.
He's wanted to start today off. He might still be at lunch, but we'll see. What is the difference between a hippo and a zippo? One is a heavy animal. The other is a little lighter. Okay, I'm sorry. We're just going to move on from that one.
I have nothing to say to it.
That was it. From Birdman, what's the actual percentage that UNC finds their next coach this week?
Low. Tommy Lloyd has a game to play at least Saturday, maybe Monday. Billy Donovan, who is, I think, the fallback candidate, has a job until April 12th. So, no, not this week.
All right. Next up from our good friend Al Hood. He wants to know maybe Bucci
What
could
is Al doing, man? Just send me a DM.
He's just, he could, it's fine. He feels like he's chatting with both of us, I think, in our stream.
All right, let's hear
But
it.
he wants to know maybe Bucci could actually learn to pronounce Fetch's name right, potentially.
Look, they clearly are only watching Hurricanes games from like 4 years ago anyway.
Yeah.
So, look, I'm not going to sit here and rip John Buccigross, but I'll just leave it at that. It was just not great.
Yeah. Let's see. Chris wants to, or this might just be an opinion, but Adam, do you expect ESPN to do anything other than rip the Canes? Which we all.
Is that what they were doing? I don't think they were doing that. Like, I don't think they were criticizing the Hurricanes. I think, again, I don't get, I legitimately do not get referring to anything the Hurricanes have done in these 7+ years of Rod Brindamore as failing. I just don't understand it.
Yeah.
I'll just leave. I don't get it.
Yeah.
They've legitimately been one of the best 4 or 5 teams in the entire league for the last 7+ years.
Yeah.
If you want to dress that up as failure. Look, nobody says it's awesome that they haven't won a Stanley Cup or gotten to the Stanley Cup Finals. I agree. We'd like to see them take another step. But I cannot get over that this is not being viewed as success. Maybe I don't understand what success means. Maybe I just don't understand that.
No.
I could be wrong.
Well, this one from William, our old friend Hayes Perm used to do this all the time. Miss Permar.
Yeah.
William said, Columbus goal cannon, underrated, rightly rated, overrated. We sat behind that thing the other year, and it's insane.
Like, I think it would get played out. Even as a Columbus Blue Jacket fan, I think the goal cannon might be just too much.
Yeah.
But I think I got no problem with it, generally.
It's a thing.
Yeah. That's fine. I got no problem with it.
This one, I think they want you to pronounce their name Nunzi, potentially.
Okay.
Where in the world would the Canes be right now without Ehlers? Great question. I don't want to think about it.
They wouldn't be as good as they are.
No.
Again, we all thought they were adding a really good piece, somebody who could enhance their offense. He's been better than that. He's absolutely been. Think about this. As good as Ehlers is, and as good as Carolina is, they have not, since the resumption of the schedule, they haven't gotten what they need to get going forward out of Aho, Jarvis, Svechnikov. They haven't. At some point, those guys are going to turn it on.
Yeah.
And I think when that happens, Carolina's going to be pretty scary as long as the goaltending holds up.
Hopefully in the Stanley Cup Finals. Yeah. And this last but not least, what is with all the goalie fights? I understand this question. We went 4 years with no goalie fights to now seeing 3 in about 3 months. This person thinks it's Gary behind all of this.
Oh, no.
No.
Here, very funny thing about yesterday's
Markstrom-Shesterkin
fight. Right. After the game, Shesterkin said, I was really hoping to fight Sorokin.
Oh,
because they're friends.
Right.
He's like, really hoping my first fight would be Ilya Sorokin. He goes, I guess that'll have to wait. But if you look at there's a photograph where Vincent Trocheck and Dougie Hamilton, who for a short time were teammates with the Hurricanes, where they are like holding each other because everybody was kind of paired off grappling.
Yeah.
Holding each other, watching the goalie fight, and laughing. I'm here for that.
As you should. Because Mark.
Goalie, I've never understood a goalie fight. What could one goalie have a problem with the other goalie over?
Yeah.
What are they doing?
I get very rare occurrences, maybe, but Mark should have thought about that one a little longer. I think Igor had been building that up for a minute.
Shesterkin was feeding him for a bit.
I know.
That was a tough fight.
He was ready to go.
Wasn't quite Max Domi, Radko Gudas, but it was pretty good.
Right. Exactly. So that concludes our one-time.
All right, good. Conebread, at least he didn't ask me if they were going to trade for Vincent Trocheck.
Exactly.
All right, when we come back, we'll do a little bit about the National Football League. Roger Goodell had a couple of things to say. They are preparing for maybe a referee lockout strike. I don't get it. Did we not remember what happened about a decade ago? Do you want your game to... It's hard enough for the real guys and women to do it. We can't be dealing with replacement referees. Next.
Because your fantasy football team needs all the help it can get, the Adam Gold Show on the North Carolina Sports Network.
Listen for the Get That Out of Here's.
Rejected! Cameron Boozer got a piece! Get that out of there!
The deep looks from downtown.
McNeil flops up a 3 and connects left corner.
Did he just do that?
McNeil fires a 3, got it far corner, falling down, it's a 2-point game.
The road to Indianapolis runs through 99.9. The Fan, driven by Fast Park and Relax, Chapel Hill Tire and Roof Works.
You keep your truck tuned up, your golf swing dialed in, and your sports knowledge sharp. But what about your smile? At Chapel Hill Family and Cosmetic Dentistry, Dr. James Ferguson leads a team focused in advanced cosmetic dentistry and full mouth rehabilitation, helping you completely transform your smile using cutting-edge technology like 3D imaging, digital smile design, and modern implant techniques. Every treatment plan is personalized for the best possible result. Request your consultation at chapelhilldds.com.
Spectrum TV makes sports easy, so I never miss. Never miss a homer. Never miss a home field hat trick. Never miss a goal line stand inches from the end zone. Never miss an end-to-end, tic-tac-toe, top shelf snipe. Never miss a downtown buzzer beater for the championship win. Get your favorite streaming apps included at no extra cost with Live TV. It's one plan, one price, one place for all your sports. For details, visit SpectrumTV.com.
The North Carolina Courage are back home Saturday, April 4th. Kickoffs at 6:30 as they face the Portland Thorns. Bring the family early for Fan Fest, games, inflatables, and fun for all ages. It's Go Green Night too. No ticket fees ever. Get your seats now at tickets.nccourage.com.
This is it, the finals, and there's only one place to watch. Carolina Ale House, one of USA Today's 10 best sports bars. And don't watch history on your couch. Watch it on wall-to-wall TVs with full audio, ice-cold beers, and $6 well cocktails. Dunk our limited-time French onion smash burger, or go all in with Rib and Mac egg rolls all tourney long. Call now to book your watch party with us. No booking fees, no minimum, and plenty of table space for your beer pitchers. Everyone's welcome, except Will Wade. Carolina Ale House. Ale, yeah.
Hi, I'm Dr. Miller, a dentist and a volunteer for Dental Lifeline Network. I learned about DLN shortly after graduating dental school. I wanted to help people who are not able to access the oral health care they need. As a new dentist, I wondered, do I have the skills to provide the care they need? And do I have the time when trying to build a new practice? Even now, after 10 years, I can tell other dentists, yes, you can, and this is a no-brainer. Dental Lifeline Network is a nonprofit that has helped me literally change the lives of people in my community through the Donated Dental Services Program. DLN asks dentists to volunteer to see just one of the many patients in need each year. If you're a dentist or know a dentist, please share this important information. It's easy. DLN screens those in need and coordinates the initial appointment. Patients are treated right in your office on your schedule. If you're like me and want to make a real difference in someone's life, DLN makes it possible.
Go to willyouseeone.org to learn more. That's willyouseeone.org.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. If someone talked you into buying something really silly and you want to get out of that silly little thing, my advice, get the facts. Call me and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit absolutely free. Inside, you'll learn how timeshare works and all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free exit information kit. 800-791-0000. That's 800-791-0000.
I'm attorney Brian Ritchie. Big truck accidents can cause life-changing injuries, and life-changing injuries deserve life-changing money. I know big truck wrecks, and I know how to fight those big insurance companies. If you've been hurt by a big truck, contact us at richielaw.com. I'm on top of it.
Broadcasting live from the Eagle Leasing Studio. WCMC HD1 Holly Springs. 99.9 The Fan, the Triangle Sports Leader.
Justin Gainey, you're going back home. You're going to recruit in the same circles as you have in North Carolina. What is going to separate you? And you have to have the backing. You have to have all those things in place. Not to say that you're going to come in and just immediately beat out Duke or UNC for a recruit, but you have to be able to find some of those guys, and you have to have the resources to be able to lock them in and not have them taken away from you. Like the last few years, Jonas Adu was the guy from North Carolina. Nobody else was recruiting until the very end. He brought him over to Marquette, brought him with in Tennessee.
The Adam Gold Show. I am Adam Gold. Very much looking forward to 1 hour from now. We'll let you listen in on at least the beginning of the Justin Gainey press conference as he is introduced as the next head coach at NC State. This will give us 2 of the 3 head coaches in the Triangle that will be in charge of their alma mater. John Shire, obviously a Duke grad. The next coach at Carolina will not have any ties to the university. Whether it'll be Tommy Lloyd, who is the current coach of Arizona, or Billy Donovan, who is the current coach of the Chicago Bulls, or somebody else. It will not be somebody who went to UNC. By the way, real quick, I enjoyed our conversation yesterday with Wes Miller, the new head coach at Charlotte, who's basically living in his mom's house.
That was so funny. Then he went to his mom's house to have dinner.
Right.
It was great.
Should have asked him what was for dinner. What they warm up? What'd she warm up?
I know. Did she make her special meatloaf or something?
So it was cool to catch up with Wes. It'd been a while since we had talked. I know we had talked a couple of times when he was out at Cincinnati. But we definitely talked a bunch when he was at UNCG. And he's a super dude, and I wish him all the best at Charlotte. It's a program that has been very good in the past. I mean, they did go to a Final Four back in the 70s. Not in any way suggesting that Charlotte could be in a Final Four. I mean, I guess Florida Atlantic was in a Final Four. VCU was in a Final Four. Loyola of Chicago, Butler. I guess anybody can go to a Final Four because it is just basketball. I'm not diminishing it, but just there are, random occurrences in these games. But it's just a program that can be very good and has some history to it. And I think they play in a league that you could do well there. So I'm looking forward to what Wes is able to do with the 49ers. It was just good to catch up. We'll talk to him as often as he'll answer the phone. All right, Chip Patterson is going to join us in about a little bit more than 10 minutes. But let's run it back, shall we? So very quickly, Hurricanes won, looked very good. Not as good as they looked Sunday night in a loss. Let that be a lesson to you people. But they were very good yesterday, and Brandon Bussi was exceptional. Just second straight performance. He played against the Devils, was great. Also a 5-2. Was it 5-2? I think 5-2 win there. Maybe those are the only games he can win. 5-2 now.
Exactly.
So 5-2 against the Devils, 5-2 last night against Columbus. He was really, really good in the game. Made some huge saves. And if I'm Rod Brindamore, I'm sending him out again against the Blue Jackets tomorrow.
Yeah.
Hurricanes practiced today, but it was an optional practice. I have no idea who showed up yet. I have to check social media. They started about an hour ago. It's a short practice, so there'll be a handful of guys who practiced. Nick Delorier practiced. Yes, Barry Kotkaniemi practiced. Mike Riley practiced. I don't know who else practiced other than those three because those guys haven't played, so they are going to be at practice. Anyway, good win last night. Justin Gainey, top of the hour. We'll get you to his press conference. And Tommy Lloyd offered a non-denial of his interest in the UNC job. All right, so NFL owners meetings, and we're going to talk to Will Brinson in a little bit more than an hour about various things. The fit for DJ Moore in Buffalo. Will the Patriots pursue a trade for A.J. Brown from Philadelphia? What are the Panthers up to? But also, Roger Goodell talking yesterday about the potential of replacement referees.
We obviously have obligations to our fans, to everybody in the National Football League to play, and we will be prepared to play. And so we are taking the appropriate steps to be ready, but we're also keenly focused on negotiations. So we'd like to get a negotiated deal, and we certainly are focused on that.
All right, I just have this question. We all watched NFL games with replacement referees. We saw just how bad the officiating was in those games. It gave us the Fail Mary, where a clear incomplete pass was ruled a touchdown because incompetence. So, why is that acceptable? You have an obligation to play. You have an obligation to our fans to play. You have an obligation to your fans to put the best product on the field. That's your obligation. Make a deal with the referees. Make a good, fair deal with the referees. All I hear from some people is we got to have full-time referees. You have full-time referees. These people all work very hard, very long hours to do the best job that they can. They're not all great. We see bad calls all the time. They're corrected, some of them, by replay. Some of them, because you have stupid rules, we're not allowed to review. Get a deal done. So we don't have games decided by poor officiating that you can't solve, the problems you can't solve. I don't care. The league makes $25 billion. You can't find a little bit extra for the... I mean, I don't know. I can't imagine that the officials are asking for something that is astronomical. We all want $1 million a game. I don't think they're doing that. I'm just going to guess here. I don't think we're asking for $1 million a game per official. I don't think so. Come on.
Yeah, because then they'd be met with, yeah, you and me, Jerry.
Yeah, come on. Let's. We've already seen this. All right. There's one more thing I wanted to bring up. And I'll be very quick here because it's not something that I want to belabor the point on. There is an attorney general in Florida named James Uthmeyer. I think I pronounced his name right. I don't know. Who is threatening to sue the National Football League because of the Rooney Rule. He says the Rooney Rule is illegal. First of all, the NFL is a private organization. It's not a government organization. The NFL does not force any team to hire anybody that they don't want to hire. Calling the Rooney Rule illegal because the NFL has decided for themselves that they need teams to consider minority candidates. Black, Hispanic, Asian, Native American, female candidates. Just consider them. Not hire them. I can't think of anything more closed-minded than that. I mean, it blows me away. Blows me away that, yep, we know exactly what you're doing. We know exactly what you're doing.
Yeah.
Anyway, look, the Rooney Rule ain't perfect. Nobody said it was. They're trying. Roger Goodell believes in the cause.
Effort.
But again, nobody is forced to hire people they don't want to hire, which might be why we have just 3 minority head coaches right now. But again, we know what this person is up to. All right, when we come back, Chip Patterson's going to join us. Spring football's in here. Carolina's in spring football. NC State's in spring football. I believe Duke started. Clemson started. We got stuff to talk about, plus hoops and more with Chip Patterson next.
His Zamboni is bigger than yours. The Adam Gold Show on the North Carolina Sports Network.
Hey, Carolina Panthers fans, it's Dennis Cox from 99.9 The Fan.
And me, Chris Lee from WRAL-TV.
We're in the offseason, but our podcast, Panthers Playbook, presented by Wake Orthopedics, rolls on.
In every episode, we'll keep you up to date on Panthers news as the NFL Draft approaches.
Insights on free agents and prospects.
Plus all the insider info on who the Panthers want to pick at number 19.
Follow and subscribe to Panthers Playbook wherever you discover your favorite podcasts or watch on YouTube.
It's bow time.
Finally, lunchtime. I'm starving.
What's that?
This is the Bojangler from Bojangles.
With the same bold flavor as their chicken?
The same.
And fries.
The same.
Huh. Well, I've got a PB&J.
Yeah, that's not the same.
A crispy fish fillet dusted in Bo's famous seasoning. With cheese and tartar sauce on a fluffy bun, the Bojangler's back. Hook one while you can. It's bow time.
There's bow time, and then there's Bojangler time. You heard right. The Bojangler fish fillet sandwich is back for limited time at participating Bojangles. A light, flaky, perfectly seasoned fish fillet with lettuce, cheese, and tartar sauce tucked inside a bun. Make it a combo and add Bojangles seasoned fries and legendary iced tea. Hungry for Bojangles but in the mood for something different? Then it's Bojangler time.
Stop letting high-interest debt weigh you down. Pay it all off in days with Loan Pronto's Rapid Equity Loan. It's a completely hassle-free way to cash out your home equity with no appraisals, no paperwork, no waiting. Hey, it's Dennis Cox from 99.9 The Fan. Loan Pronto's Rapid Equity Loan uses AI-driven tech to get you approved for cash out in as little as 1 day with a rate that's at a 3-year low. One client just got $100,000 approved in under 24 hours, wiped out all their credit cards, started a home improvement project, and cut their monthly expenses by $1,500. Call Loan Pronto now and see how much cash you can get. No hard credit pull up front And imagine, this time next week, you could be credit card debt-free. Loan Pronto, A-plus rated by the BBB with nearly 2,800 five-star Google reviews. Call 919-381-1760, loanpronto.com. 919-381-1760, loanpronto.com. Equal housing lender, NMLS 1661781, on approved credit. Visit NMLSconsumeraccess.org.
If you or anyone you care about is facing a family legal matter, call Cordell and Cordell today at 1-855-GET-LEGAL or visit CordellCordell.com to schedule your consultation.
There's a lot on the line in divorce. This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell, the largest family law firm in the country, with over 35 years of helping clients navigate divorce. But being big doesn't mean less personal or less local. Our attorneys live and work in your community, and as neighbors, they understand the challenges your families face. Divorce touches all areas of your life: your home, savings, retirement, and of course, kids. So when you find yourself facing divorce, you need a partner you can count on. Visit CordellCordell.com to schedule your consultation.
If you or anyone you care about is facing divorce, contact Cordell and Cordell today. With over 100,000 clients served, we understand the challenges you're facing on a personal level. Call Cordell and Cordell today at 1-855-GET-LEGAL. That's 1-855-GET-LEGAL. Joseph Cordell, licensed in Missouri and Illinois. CordellCordell.com.
It's tax time, y'all. If you want to file free, this next one's for you.
Now taxes is so free. Tax free edition only. Roughly 37% of filers qualify. Simple form 1040 returns only. Now this is tax.
Love that jam. Up next, commercials.
Intuit TurboTax Free Edition. See if you qualify at TurboTax.com/free. No schedules except for Earned Income Tax Credit, Child Tax Credit, Student Loan Interest, and Schedule 1A.
This is Adam Gold.
You know, soap attracts dirt, right? That's what soap does. It attracts dirt. Right now, Bill Belichick is soap. That's what he is.
Yeah.
He's soap.
Yeah.
He's attracting all this dirt.
Or he's like an overripe banana and it's attracting all these gnats.
The Adam Gold Show.
It's the Adam Gold Show. I'm Adam Gold. Victoria producing the program. There's so many things I want to talk to Chip Patterson about. I don't even know where to start. So let's start by saying hi to Chip Patterson on this Wednesday before the Final Four. Cover 3 podcast moderator, CBSSports.com. One of my all-time favorite media golf team partners. How many times did we win? 3?
My name got added to the last one, even though I didn't play because
well, you were on the roster,
but I was on the roster. Right. That truly was, it cut both ways. You know, there's like an internet meme of, oh no, I messed around and got important at my job. You know, there was a time when carving out, because it was normally in September, right?
Yes.
September, early October.
Yes.
Yeah. There was a time when carving out a Monday, little Monday media round was possible.
No.
And then they decided the Cover 3 podcast is going to be live at 11 a.m.
every day,
every single day. So it's really cut into my pursuit of additional trophies. But yes, we were successful, but more importantly, we had a ball doing it.
Yeah,
we're appreciative for those opportunities.
Those were great. I mean, I don't think I've played since. But Canales gets time off. What's going on?
Canales golf tournaments are mostly in the afternoons. I mean, he plays down at those South Florida country clubs, which is
I understand.
It's a different lifestyle altogether.
All right, obviously there's some football stuff I want to get into. Pete Golding, the head coach at Ole Miss, has responded to Dabo Sweeney. But the last time we spoke a lot about juice. Duke had a lot of juice.
I did say we had some juice warnings.
All right.
I
what are your thoughts on that?
Well, number one, objectively, not a good game, but objectively just like a stunning moment in NCAA tournament history. And then the whole sort of comeback. I think that you and I remember we kind of talked about Dan Hurley, and you and I both agreed that one of the other sides of Dan Hurley is that he does come back and says, I went too far on this.
Yeah.
He does like very much admit that he is a flawed individual. But no one will ever convince me that man does not have his finger on the pulse of his team. Terrace Reed, after the game in the post-game press conference, said that he just basically called them all. He said, all right, we're going down. What are you going to go down like? Are you going to go down swinging? And what exemplifies that more than leaving 2 Duke players entirely unguarded with less than 10 seconds remaining? I mean, they just go back and watch it.
Yeah.
I mean, they just sent everybody. They said, we're going to put 5 players all around the ball. We are blitzing everything.
Yeah, it was a 0 blitz.
Like this, engage 8, 0 blitz. Like this is the way that we are going to go out. And it was the way that because UConn, they had some bonehead possessions. They had missed free throws. It was not a perfect comeback for the UConn Huskies. But so I do think there's some looking at Dan Hurley and looking at UConn and spin that forward to the Final Four. Do you want to bet against the man who's 17-3 in his last 20 NCAA tournament games?
Nope.
Because to me, on paper, they've got the most amount of questions. They've got the lowest ceiling. They've got a floor, and they don't have as much depth. They don't have as much size. But golly, the second piece of this, which is more Duke related, is I wonder, and I'm not the first person to say this in the days since Sunday, but I do wonder if there is a thought that maybe in the roster construction process, maybe, and I think Tyrese Proctor played that last year because he was a third-year player, but having those first and second-year players with the ball in their hand in huge situations in the NCAA tournament, I don't know. Duke's the last team to win a national championship with the freshman-heavy roster. It was 11 years ago. We've had 10 tournaments, thanks to the dumbest pandemic of our lifetimes. But for the most part, we've seen teams with a little bit more seasoning on them be the ones that get it done. I think that'll be an interesting question for John Shire to answer in terms of whether or not what we have seen over these last couple of NCAA tournament exits, the Elite Eight loss to NC State, because the Elite Eight loss to NC State was a wilt. That was not a very good team. But like they crumbled, and they had just played that team in the ACC tournament
and lost that. Yeah.
And lost. I mean, it's just, I wonder if it changes the roster construction process to where you just you want a little bit more of that Marsh experience. And I don't know. We'll see.
Duke team that lost to State was led by Kyle Filipowski, who was like injured at that time too. He's not
because of the court storm.
Right. Correct. He died. But he was a compromised player, and he was not a super athlete. He's actually having a very good year in the NBA.
And that team had Jeremy Roach too before we get the actuallys. But
but here's the thing: last year's team, if Jeremy Roach were a part of it, I think beats Houston. I don't know if they beat Florida, but they get out of that game against Houston.
Do you remember Duke got a technical foul in that closing moments too? Because JoJo Tugler reached across the line on the inbounds.
Oh, right.
The benefit of a technical foul.
True. And I do think, and I all year long I've said it, that there were 3 things that Duke was going to have to overcome, and they had done it to the tune of 35-2 until Sunday evening. An overall lack of elite athleticism. They were what amounted to basically a below-the-rim team, right? Because Cam Boozer was not an elite athlete. He's a great player, phenomenal player. Isaiah Evans is very athletic, but nobody's going to confuse him with, Michael Jordan or Anthony Edwards. Is good, but not an elite athlete. Other than that, I mean, they were primarily just a great basketball team. They didn't have consistently good three-point shooting. When they were on, they were awesome. When they were not on, they would go 4 of 19. But it didn't stop them from winning all these games against great teams. They just weren't a great three-point shooting team, and they didn't have to rely on it either. But the third part of that ultimately got them. They didn't have a point guard who could command the game when it mattered the most. And I thought Caden Boozer played great throughout the NCAA tournament. He even played great in that game, but in that moment, in the under the whitest of lights, he became a freshman point guard, and it's really hard to win with a freshman point guard.
It's so funny too, because I know John Shire is a huge fan of the Adam Gold Show, so I know John's listening right now.
He texted me earlier.
He might point out they might get beat by Siena if it's not for Caden Boozer.
Won the game. Won it.
And they might not make it to the Elite Eight if not for Caleb Foster.
No doubt.
And that's the thing that cuts that way. It's so tough. And that's what John Shire's comments to Tracy Wolfson, I do agree with. That team did not deserve that ending. They could have lost to UConn.
Yeah.
But, oh, buddy. And John said it, inches. Braylon Mullen's shot is, because that was the crispiest swish.
That was beautiful.
if it's like 2 inches long, right?
Yeah.
Not, Duke's on to the Final Four. Woo! Can't believe, maybe they're the charmed team that everyone jumps on board. But unbelievable stuff in DC. So, yeah, that's now we spin it forward where, again, if I'm to power rank them based on the way they look on paper, I've got UConn 4th out of 4. I am not betting hard money. I'm not betting.
You think they're not as good as Illinois?
Correct.
Okay.
Or on paper, I don't think. Yes, I actually, you know what? Yeah, I do. Especially the way that Illinois has improved defensively in the NCAA tournament. I just don't think they've got enough size. I don't think they've got enough depth. I think Illinois' 8th. I think Illinois' 6, 7, 8 gets a little bit better than UConn 6, 7, and 8. And
okay, that's fair.
Silas Demery and Solo Ball can be run a little hot and cold. Terrence Reed's a monster, but he's going to be going up against some real size.
Yeah, no doubt.
Tomislav Ivicic is not thick, but he plays big. And David Mirkovic is plays really strong, like a horse, So I would put Illinois ahead of UConn. Yes.
Part of me wishes, and people think this is weird, but it's tough to play with a big lead. Part of me wishes Connecticut shot the ball better earlier.
Instead of going 1 for 18 from 3.
Exactly. So instead of Duke having this 15-point lead that was born, Duke played well, but it was more born out of Connecticut just not being on from three-point land, where they normally are one of the better shooting teams in the country, and they were at the end. But had Connecticut shot just a little bit better, that's a 6 to 8 point game, as opposed to a 19-point game at one point. And maybe Duke doesn't, because I do think that there is human nature involved in protecting a big lead. And you don't want to do anything too dumb. I just think that is just human nature. It happens in every single sport. Teams go into prevent defense rather than just play the exact way you have been playing.
One last thought on three-point shooting. Braylon Mullins was 4 for 23 in the NCAA tournament from behind the arc before that shot. That is 17%.
Yep.
He was like a 34% shooter coming into the tournament. Not their best three-point shooter. He had the second most attempts. But, pretty good three-point shooter. 4 for 23. He was again, you talk about juice. He was leaking oil. The young kid couldn't find it at all.
Yeah.
And Alex Caravan, who could have shot it, and Alex said, I had Cam Boozer across from me.
Yes.
And so I gave it up.
He was guarded.
Yeah.
Mullen wasn't.
Yeah.
So Caden Boozer dropped off for whatever reason into the lane. Look, is your turnover. Go with the guy who has the ball. Just get up in his grill right there. But he backed off. The whole thing was a mess. But
a mess.
Inexperience does matter. I've been saying this for a long time. The older teams, we should have learned that from the run. Carolina, Villanova tells us everything we want to know right there.
Virginia.
Virginia. The Zion, R.J. Barrett, Trey Jones team, as great as those players were, the numbers 1 and 3 players in the draft, plus Cam Reddish, who was like 10th or something, that team couldn't make a Final Four. So You have to have great freshmen. You have to have great talent, but you have to have experienced players. And while Duke had some, none of them had been in that position at any point. None of them. Malik Brown didn't play. I think he played a little bit, but he was physically like at 15, 20% of his capacity. Caleb Foster had almost no role on last year's team. And, of course, he was hurt. He was only playing 14, 15 minutes in the two games, although he played more in the Sweet 16 game that just got him to Sunday.
And to your point, both UConn, obviously we have to nuke the 2020 tournament. The 2021 was in the bubble, so I kind of different scenario. We don't have the same, literally we do not have the same stage. We do not have the same pressure. Both UConn teams had veteran guard play.
Yeah.
And guys that had been around for a while. The Florida team, all three of those backcourt players had been transfers through 9 different schools who'd played 1 million games, including Walter Clayton, who'd played for Rick Pitino's Iona squad, way back in the day. So, yeah, I don't know. It's that. And John Shire, again, he's a huge fan of the Adam Gold Show. I'm sure he'll text you soon, but that's just sort of his decision. He could say, look at our results. I believe that you just keep. Gary Parrish shares that story about Billy Donovan. Interesting, that his name would come up here. But Billy Donovan believed, he said, look, you just have to keep putting a team that's knocking on the door. Because he got to the Final Four in 2000 as a hot young coach. And then all of a sudden it was out before the Sweet 16, out before the Sweet 16, out before the Sweet 16, out before the Sweet 16. And he just said, you just have to field a team that you think can do it, and eventually the tournament will break your way. Then he goes bang, bang, back-to-back titles in 06-07.
Yeah, that team certainly was good enough to do it. They had a bunch of pros. And the wild thing, it would never happen again, that entire team came back. Right. The entire team that won a title. Did they miss one guy?
No. I was going to say, I think that we've seen some other examples of not winning it and bringing back almost the entire team.
But they all won it and came back to do it again.
Right.
That was bananas that you would find a team. Zero chance of that happening today. None. I mean, whatever. There might even be less than zero. Chip Patterson, as always, on a Wednesday. Real quick, of the 4, who's winning it?
Whoever wins Arizona, Michigan.
Yeah, I like Arizona in that game.
I don't know. I'm twisted.
You know why?
Twisted. I'm twisted in knots on this one.
Bradley versus Cadeau.
And Braden Burries versus Namari Burnett. I agree with you, though. I mean, but man, it'd be nice if Arizona went ahead and lost. I'm tired of doing this.
Are you buying Tommy Lloyd's denial?
I think that here's what I
right.
I'm always careful with think and believe.
Sure.
Right? I think that North Carolina knows it would be a disservice to the coaching search at this moment for this program to not have conversations.
Right.
And I think that Tommy Lloyd is in a position where he has leverage.
Yes.
Leverage that he might not have ever had before. It is impossible for me to think or believe, where does leverage start and end? Where does interest start and end? But I think that all it's done is give us a wide vacuum of time only to be filled by nonsense, speculation, Twitter burners, actual reports using prediction markets as the reference and the source, and then I've also heard, and this is a little this is really scummy. I've heard that we've even gotten deep enough that there are burners influenced to influence the prediction market.
Oh my! Well, that doesn't surprise me at all.
Because you can trade it both ways, right?
Sure,
because
yes.
This is not a house for insider trading advice. I have no idea how those things work, but it seems to me that market manipulation is at hand with all of those when it comes to speculation about coaching searches. What I think is that North Carolina has at least one coach who is competing in the Final Four that it wants to have a conversation with before it makes a decision one way or the other.
Personally, either Tommy Lloyd is interested in the job or he is interested in a contract extension with Arizona. And that's why he is saying, look, this team has my full focus. He has not said anything other than that. I am fully focused on this team, and that's fine. We all expect that to be the case regardless. But
I mean, I'll tell you what, if you are thinking about negotiations,
sure.
Do you know what really helps your negotiations at North Carolina? Being a national champion.
Yeah, and I don't think that would prevent him from going.
No, I don't either.
Winning a title, I don't think would eliminate Tommy
Lloyd. It would be bonkers. Because what I heard somebody. I think it was our friend Joe Giglio was like talking through this out loud. He mentioned Larry Brown,
right?
Which of course was like, okay, you're off to the NBA, right? I mean, can you think of another like win the title and then leave for another job?
No, I mean, off the top of my head, I can't.
I can't either.
I can't.
I had someone
go to the Final Four to leave.
Sure.
It was brought up today by John Rothstein that Roy Williams left Kansas after a Final Four run, actually a national championship run.
After a national championship game loss.
A championship game loss to Syracuse in 2003. He left there to come to North Carolina, and I wanted to reach through Twitter and grab John Rothstein by the neck because he played for Dean Smith and he had an emotional attachment to UNC because he went there. There were mitigating circumstances to that, John, but never mind. Let me ask you.
That's another Big 12 coach. You're getting a Big 12 coach right off the Final Four. Worked out well.
It did. It absolutely worked out well. Real quick about Pete Golding, I guess, at Ole Miss. And I know this is about almost a week old now, but I wanted to ask you about it. So he says, much like Will Wade, by the way, that there are two sides to every story. So is Pete Golding suggesting that nobody from Ole Miss contacted whatever the player's name was who was at Clemson and was in class while being contacted by Ole Miss, class at Clemson? Is Pete Golding suggesting that didn't happen, or it's okay that happened?
The message that Pete Golding is sending, the way that I read it, is that our relationship with Luke Ferrelli was already strong and established.
Right.
So the idea that that conversation would be ongoing is not as nefarious as we woke up on a Monday and decided to come steal your linebacker. I think that he seems to be defending against the notion that Ole Miss was just searching through Huddle, just looking through 24/7 Sports transfer rankings, realized they needed a linebacker and decided they were going to go poach, because that's what he's hanging his hat on. Is this guy came and took an official visit to our campus. We had an established relationship with him. I mean, I was just continuing the conversation. Yeah. You know, he left me with some dots, you know? He just left me with the blue dots.
Is it materially different in the eyes, and the NCAA probably isn't going to do anything here because they're feckless, but is it materially different whether or not you had a relationship, had been recruiting that player, if he is already enrolled in another school and in class? Because I realize that maybe I'm super old-fashioned or naive. I'll call myself naive about these things because I know that there's no real morality or ethics when it comes to coaching. But that seems pretty dirty to me regardless if you had a pre-existing relationship.
Oh, sure. I mean, you can sit here and say I didn't love it. You know, I agree with that. We'll see. Clemson says they turned their findings over to the NCAA. And Pete Golding said, there's an enforcement for a reason. We have a compliance office for a reason. And I'm not defending Ole Miss, but I told you that when I brought this up, I was met with a lot of like, really? Let's see it. Oh, you got evidence? He said, because if I was Dabo Swinney and I really had evidence, I would have put it on a projector the way Al Davis did. Like I would have gone. I would have blown this up Exhibit 1A.
Bringing Palpatine into this.
That's the curiosity here, because Dabo gave us a great press conference.
Oh, the best.
He did not give us printouts of iMessages,
Should he have done that? Should he have printed out all of the stuff that he had in the palm of his hand and given it to the media?
I had a roommate who went to NC State who printed out the Martin report and dropped it on a coffee table. I'll tell you what, if you've got the evidence, let's see it. Let's put it in our hands.
That is fantastic. I don't think that document was thorough enough. Chip Patterson, final thing. This sounded sort of serious because I know you and I are both huge golf fans, and we'll tell people that a week from today, we will discuss the Masters. What is your level of disappointment at the most recent development of Tiger Woods?
Sadness more than disappointment.
Yeah, personal disappointment.
Absence of shock.
That's true.
If I'm gonna be honest, a while ago came to a point where I said, this guy is not my hero.
Right.
I think he's one of the most successful and high achieving and interesting athletes of a generation. I have been gripped by all of his success and the impact he's had on sort of the American sporting culture. But he also has had a documented track record of questionable decision-making, if not outright poor decision-making.
Oh, yeah, it's not questionable.
And like a lot of things, you react to the thing, and then you react to the reaction. And I wasn't holding him I was not holding Tiger Woods in a place where I felt like my hero was torn down or my world was crumbled. He is super interesting and incredibly flawed from my read on it. And so sadness before disappointment, because my standard's not that high, which might be sad in and of itself.
No, he deserves that reaction. My level of disappointment is personal, in that in my lifetime of watching sports, no matter the sport, I have never watched anything that awed me the way Woods in his heyday awed me. Nothing. No team, no athlete, nobody did what, in my opinion, in relation to the competition, did what Tiger did. And while I knew we were never getting that after the emotional teardown that he suffered after 2009, because people thought that I was crazy about that. I'm like, I don't think you understand. He had never taken an L. Losing a tournament is one thing. He had never taken that L like he did after Thanksgiving in 2009. And that was life-altering. You saw the personality be different after that. He became much more friendly. He had friends on tour. And you see, he became a mentor to a lot of younger players. I think that was in some ways his self-medication to kind of reach back and grab what he denied himself, relationships with his peers as a superstar athlete at the time. But I had long since we're never going to see that Tiger again. But we had 2019, and we knew that from time to time, he could summon something that would make us almost cry.
the Tour Championship was the tease of it.
Holy cow. Rory McIlroy's reaction to being paired with Tiger and seeing that crowd, Roy was like, what is going on here? I can't fathom anything like this. And and then what happened in 2019 was just one of the most incredible things I'd ever watched. And I mean, then the accident happened and we knew that's it. We're never going to see that again. He can't compete anymore. Part of me wants to see him compete on the Champions Tour simply because he can ride a cart and maybe, but I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah, and that's, I truly hope that he I don't want to unpack all the
you and I are in the same place. You and I are in the exact same place.
I'll say this. The guy's had 1 billion surgeries.
Yeah.
Right? He has probably spent more days of the last 10 years?
Yeah, maybe more.
In some process on the in the recovery stage of a surgery.
Yep.
There's a lot that is ripe environment for those kinds of issues.
He has a closet full of hospital gowns. Chip Patterson, CBSSports.com, Cover 3 podcast moderator, my friend. I'll talk to you next week.
Sounds good. Y'all be well.
All right, here we go. We got not one-timers. We're going to stretch and place bets. I know the format. By the way, Justin Gainey press conference, top of the hour.
Asheville to Wilmington, Boone to Durham, The Adam Gold Show on the North Carolina Sports Network.
No matter your struggle, you are not alone. The 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline is free, private, and always available. If you feel lonely, isolated, anxious, or overwhelmed, help is here all day and night. Call, text, or chat 988 without cost, without judgment, and without waiting for an appointment. You'll get support that can make a difference. Brought to you by the North Carolina Department of Health and Human Services.
Are you ready to make a difference? Become Mental Health First Aid Certified with the Governor's Institute. This free one-day training will give you the skills to recognize, understand, and respond to mental health and substance use challenges. Whether you're a friend, coworker, or caregiver, you can be the support someone needs. The training is available in person or online and is open to everyone. No experience required. Take the first step today. Visit milvetacademy.org to learn more.
Hey, it's Adam Gold from my friends at FanDuel, America's #1 sports book. And have we got a deal for new customers? Not that we don't love old customers, but new ones we really love, at least early. Because right now, FanDuel is giving you up to $300 in bonus bets back every day for 10 days. New customers, get on board. Here's how it works. Place any bet with FanDuel using your Bet Reset token. If it doesn't win, you get up to $300 back in bonus bets every day for 10 straight days. FanDuel.com/local. FanDuel.com/local. FanDuel. Sign up today and play your game. 21 and over and present in North Carolina. Bonus bets are non-withdrawable and expire 7 days after receipt. Tokens are received in increments of 1 per day. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 877-718-5543 or visit morethanagame.nc.gov.
You know the only feeling sweeter than opening a college acceptance letter? Knowing that you'll be able to pay for tuition however far you go. The first step? Completing the free application for federal student aid, or the FAFSA for short. Find out how much money for college you qualify for. Grants, scholarships, and other opportunities are waiting. How far can you go? Find out at cfnc.org/FAFSA 101.
Are you looking for a 2-year hands-on agricultural degree while still gaining the university experience? I'm Lee Ivey, Director of the Agriculture Institute at NC State University. We offer 6 associate's degrees that span the agricultural industry and set our students up to meet their goals. Come live on campus, learn on our farms, and be a part of the NC State community. Invest in yourself and learn more about our program online by searching NC State Ag Institute. Deadline for fall enrollment is June 1st. 2 years, 1 degree, endless possibilities.
Have you ever considered a career as a public power line worker? Public power line workers use a variety of specialized skills to build and maintain a locally owned and operated electric system. As a public power line worker, you can expect a career that allows you to work close to home, a safety record superior to other energy providers, and training and apprenticeship opportunities. Learn more about public power and careers in public power at electricities.com.
This April, join North Carolina Realtors in celebrating Fair Housing Month. Fair housing means everyone deserves a place to call home, regardless of race, color, national origin, religion, sex, or disability. NC Realtors are committed to fair housing for all North Carolinians and ensuring that everyone has access to safe and affordable housing. Let's work together to create communities where everyone can thrive. Visit ncrealtors.org to learn more about fair housing. Paid for by NC Realtors.
Hey, life doesn't stop when cancer starts. Some don't make it to treatment simply because they don't have a ride. You can change that. Volunteer to drive with the American Cancer Society Road to Recovery program. Visit cancer.org/drive to learn more.
Gold. Gold.
Turtle cake? Like, what do we... What?
Isn't that an ice cream?
What? Where's the confetti cake? Because, hello, confetti cake, delicious. With the little, I don't even know if it's real, but the little dots in the icing, like...
None of these are real.
What kind of fake thing that is, but it's delicious. It's my childhood. Like, that wasn't in the top 10. His opinion's invalid to me.
The Adam Gold Show.
It's the Adam Gold Show. I am Adam Gold, Victoria, producing the program. We covered a lot with Chip, didn't we? We always do. We always do. All right, tons of stuff to do. Remember, top of the hour, Justin Gainey will be introduced. Even though he's already officially the head coach, he will be introduced at a press conference. I believe the press conference is at Lenovo Center in the, what's it called? I don't know. I've been so long since I've been to a press conference over there. But I believe it's at Lenovo Center. He will be introduced as the next head coach at NC State. We'll bring that to you live just after the top of the hour. Will Brinson will talk NFL football with us after that. All right, we have to stretch.
Okay, so it is April Fool's Day. Be careful out there of the pranksters. And also, there are rules to April Fool's Day.
There are rules?
I did not know this, but the unofficial rules of April Fool's Day, there's a noon deadline, apparently.
Really?
Did not know about this. Never heard of it, but whomever made this article says that there is a hard noon stop to all of it. And there's even, in some areas, an old rhyme. April Fool's Day past and gone, you're the fool for making one. Well, I guess this is after you do it at noon. Who knows? Who knows?
Okay.
Who knows? I've never heard any of this stuff. Also, do no harm. This is kind of what we were talking about earlier. Like, don't go overboard with what you do. It's meant to make people look foolish or inconvenienced, not distressed and destructive. So keep people and their hardcore feelings and property out of it. So
I like it.
It's not, yeah. Also, the next one, reveal the prank. I feel like this should go without saying, but like if you do a prank or like do the fake news like we were talking about where you say some big dramatic whatever and it's not actually real, like you should let people know that it's not real. Just, don't let it linger, because that's no good. Also, no illegal activities. So these are all things I feel like should go.
Do we need to know that on April Fools?
I don't know why. Like
any other day, illegal activities are fine.
April Fools, that's not a good idea. So they're basically, it's kind of like, hey, this hot coffee is hot. It's like just because it's April Fool's Day, it's not an excuse to do stupid stuff like that. And then, last but not least, they say to target wisely. So if there's someone who's just a curmudgeon or it's not gonna fly, they're not gonna laugh and think it's funny, probably don't do that with
right.
That could be or if someone's violent, maybe don't do that either. So that's a good idea. So go forth, But hey, if you do it now, it's past noon, so you're late. But if you don't care about what time it is and you still choose to do it, choose wisely. You know what else we choose wisely? Our bets.
Place your bets. Place your bets. Here we are. I bet you slice into the woods $100.
Gambling is illegal in Bushwood, sir, and I never slide.
Okay, you can owe me. I owe you one.
All right, let's have at it. I don't believe I won anything yesterday.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I won anything either. But today's a new day, and no fooling here. I'm going with the Avs against the Canucks. So give me the Avs to win at home. And why not? We'll go with over 6.5. Maybe it'll be a high score. That's plus 120.
All right, we're going to start. You're going with the Avs at home?
Yes.
I have Vancouver at plus 365.
Okay.
It's a professional sport.
It is.
What are we doing? Give me Vancouver on the road at Colorado to win, plus 365. Colorado has an 8-point lead. They don't care.
Yeah.
Give me Vancouver.
There you go. Maybe. One that I'm going to take on the road, St. Louis Blues versus the Kings. Why not? The Blues like to be a little spunky sometimes, so just on the road, plus 115.
All right. The final tune-up golf tournament before the Masters. We are in San Antonio, I believe, at the Texas Valero Open. Valero's gas station, right?
Yes.
Sepp Straka to win, plus 2,200. Here's the deal. I would have bet Ludwig Oberg to lead after 3 rounds and then finish 8th if I could do that now. But I can't do that now.
Yeah.
But that's what's going to happen.
Right.
He's going to lead after 3 rounds and finish out of the top 5.
Well, there you go. Last but not least, this is almost a pick'em game. The Ducks versus the Sharks. They're in San Jose. Both are very plucky, pun intended. I'm going to go with the at-home Sharks, though, and who knows, why not? Let's go with the over 6.5, plus 225.
All right, we've got the Giants at the Padres this afternoon. How about Manny Machado? Anytime home run, plus 440. That seems good. I like it. Go Manny. Make somebody out there some money. All right, we'll get to the NC State press conference to announce Justin Gainey as head basketball coach next.
Still arguing whether hockey or golf has the tougher dress code? The Adam Gold Show on the North Carolina Sports Network.
Hey, it's Tim Donnelly.
And me, Dennis Cox.
And we are headed to Indianapolis.
Join us Thursday and Friday from Indy, the site of college basketball's national championship.
We'll bring you all the news, insight, and interviews you'll only get by being there in person.
Maybe we'll even talk to Carolina or State's next head coach.
Or their last head coach.
We're at the Natty thanks to Carolina Ale House.
Call Carolina Ale House to book your watch party at one of USA Today's 10 best sports bars.
Think only current and former smokers get lung disease? Well, before you breathe a sigh of relief, WakeMed would like to remind you that even if you've never smoked in your life, secondhand smoke or environmental toxins can put you at risk. So go to wakemed.org and take our free online lung health assessment. It takes just a few minutes, and who knows, it could keep lung disease from taking your life.
Did you know that you can file your taxes securely and safely online from home, and that there are several free filing options? To learn more about these free filing options and to see if you qualify for one of them, go to ncdor.gov. If you qualify and file online, you'll get a confirmation when your return is submitted. Sponsored by the North Carolina Department of Revenue and the North Carolina Association of Broadcasters in cooperation with this station.
It's April, and that means Briggs restaurants have gone Greek.
Briggs has some incredible lamb specials this month, like the homemade lamb sausage patty stuffed with feta and fresh mint, lamb sausage Benedict, Briggs Gyro, and more. This month only at Briggs.
Organize easy. Organize tough. Customize your work truck or van with upfit solutions from Van Products. Steel and aluminum shelving, toolboxes, data files, cabinets, drawers, conduit carriers, ladder racks, everything safe and secure. Everything built as unbreakable as you by Adrian Steel. Backed by the best warranty in the business. 3 years, 36,000 miles. Everything custom installed by Van Products so you know it's done right. From a single work rig to a fleet, choose custom installed upfit solutions from Van Products.
Why? Why take a chance? Why risk a mistake? Why say something? We all have reasons why we choose to ignore the things that give us pause, that seem out of place, that don't feel right. The word why can either paralyze us or empower us to stand up and protect what we love. So if you see something, why do you say something?
I see safe for my family.
I see safe for my friends.
I see say for my students.
We see say for each other.
I see say because all of this matters.
We all have something worth protecting, a why that unifies this community we're all a part of. So protect your everyday. Report suspicious activity to local authorities. If you see something, say something.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. If someone talked you into buying something really silly and you want to get out of that silly little thing, my advice, get the facts. Call me and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit absolutely free. Inside, you'll learn how timeshare works and all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free exit info kit. 800-979-1441. That's 800-979-1441.
I'm attorney Brian Ritchie. Workers' comp can be tricky, but my law firm will be on top of all the complicated paperwork and sneaky deadlines so that all of your I's are dotted and T's are crossed. If you've been hurt on the job, I'm on top of it. Contact us at ritchielaw.com.
Broadcasting live from the Eagle Leasing Studio. WCMC HD1 Holly Springs. 99.9 The Fan. The Triangle Sports Leader.
Oh, look at it back. Nikishin. Ehlers. Shoots and scores! On the power play. Nikolai Ehlers keeps it rolling. It's a 3-game goal streak now for Fly, and we're tied at 1. They're out in front. They score! Oh, the captain! Using that condor-like reach. His 19th of the season. And Carolina's breaking it open. It's 3-1 Carolina Hurricanes.
It's the Adam Gold Show. I am Adam Gold. Waiting on the Justin Gainey press conference to start. Will Brinson will join us after that. Justin Gainey announced as the head coach at NC State. We found out about this on Monday. There have already been statements from the school and from Gainey about accepting the job and how happy he is. State's been pushing out a bunch of stuff on social media. So look, this is a very proud day for NC State. If you had asked me today, and I had not even thought about Justin Gainey, if you had asked me today, when did Justin Gainey play at NC State, I would not have said 1997 through 2000. I would not have said that. It doesn't feel like it's that long ago. I feel like I watched his entire NC State career. But that is not true. We are just now watching Justin Gainey walk up to the the dais. Look, our old friend Jeff Gravely is going to moderate for NC State. He now works for the Wolfpack. And again, it's a really proud day for NC State to have one of their own back. And he comes, still with no prior head coaching experience, but he comes with bona fides. You know, he comes with the backing of a lot of great people. Ready to go to Jeff Gravely here? Here we go.
This is a homecoming celebration as NC State introduces its 22nd head men's basketball coach. What a day for the Wolfpack. I'm Jeff Gravely from NC State Athletics in the Wolfpack Club, and joining me today is Chancellor Kevin Howell, our McMurray Family Director of Athletics, Boo Corrigan, and a gentleman who was introduced to us 36 years ago, 1996. He was a player. Welcome home to your new head coach, Justin Gainey. First standing ovation you got, Coach. That's a good start. There you go. Keep it up. On behalf of NC State Athletics, we are thrilled to have you here to share this incredible chapter of our history, but not just for NC State men's basketball, for also NC State Athletics and our university. It truly is a special day. So, run of show. You will hear from Chancellor Howell, Boo Corrigan, and Coach Gainey himself. Following that, we'll give a 15-minute media session for questions and answers. Then after that, we will go just outside of the press conference area to the right here, where we'll have breakout interviews with Coach Gainey. So just inside, a year ago, we welcomed a new chancellor. Just like Justin Gainey, he's a graduate of NC State and a former student athlete. Please give a round of applause for our chancellor, Dr. Kevin Howell.
Chancellor is currently walking up to the microphone. I am Adam Gold. This is the Adam Gold Show. Justin Gainey introduced as NC State head basketball coach.
Thank you very much, Jeff. Ladies and gentlemen, today is a great day for NC State and our men's basketball program. I'm so pleased to be with you this afternoon to welcome my new head basketball coach. But there are a number of people I'd like to thank before we get started. I do have some folks who helped make that decision that are with us today. From the Board of Trustees, and I'll ask you to stand, we have Chair Ed Stack, if you would stand, Maria Curie, Eric Ditson, Jim Holmes, Gazelle Johnston, Wendell Murphy, David Powers, Perry Safran, Isaac Carreño, our student body president. These are the members that are present with us for our Board of Trustees. Give them a round of applause. From our governing board, the Board of Governors, I'm so pleased to have with us today our chair of the Board of Governors, Wendy Murphy, if you would please stand, Alex Mitchell, the liaison to the board, and Jimmy Clark, if you would please stand. Thank you for your support to our university. Thank you. From the Board of Visitors at NC State, Chair Jim Hanson is here with us today, if you would please stand. Also, Brian McMurray is with us from my board, if you would please stand. Thank you for your strong support. It's important that I recognize members from our North Carolina General Assembly. I'm delighted to have one of our own, our alumni members, Senator Benton Sorry, with us today. Thank you, Senator, for being with us today. And finally, the Wolfpack Club. Our chair is Clyde Phillips. Where are you, Clyde? In here. And all members of the Wolfpack Club board, would you please stand? Thank you for being with us today, and I want to thank all the donors and all of the support that this university has given, not only for today, but just throughout my first year. Now, I got to say this because it's been on my heart. NC State, we have a rich, storied men's basketball program that includes multiple ACC championships and national championships. We've also had great coaches in our program, some of the very best, from Everett Case to Norm Sloan to Jim Valvano. What today is about, we're here to introduce our next great coach for the Wolfpack, which is Justin Gainey. Listen, folks, I couldn't be more proud to name Justin Gainey, to have him as I knew NC State's men's basketball coach. But I want to tell you why. Number one, he's one of our own. He's a native son of High Point, North Carolina. He's not once, but a two-time graduate of NC State. He's one of our most outstanding point guards that played on our teams. And by the way, he started his coaching position career right here. So for Coach Gainey, this is what we call the full circuit moment by joining us as our coach. But here's the part I like about him. Coach Gainey's reputation for his tenacity as a player, it began here. But also his humility, relentless pursuit of excellence for his players and for the team, both on and off of the court. It's what made him one of the top associate head coaches in college basketball. But Coach Gainey's values, we learned a lot about values, didn't we?
Oh, yeah. Chancellor Kevin Howell taking his shot at Will Wade. That's fantastic.
Coach Gainey's values reflect who we are at NC State. It's what equips him not only to lead our program with integrity, but to lead and shape the lives of so many young men. As your chancellor, and as you're an alum and a devoted fan of the Wolfpack, I'm proud of our legacy in men's basketball, but I'm even more excited about our future together. Our goals, let's be clear, is to win championships. Our goals are to win championships, put a strong and competitive team on the court, and help our student athletes become better players, better students, and better people. Let me now recognize and thank our McMurray Family Director of Athletics, Boo Corrigan. And before he comes before us, I want you to know, as Chancellor, I'm grateful for Athletic Director Corrigan. One, for his strong relationships throughout the college basketball community. I must admit, and many of the members on the Board of Trustees that are here, it did not take long for Boo's phone to start ringing. It rang immediately. And that says a lot, not only about our great university and the great people that we have part of our university, but it also says a lot about you, Boo Corrigan. And he and his team, many of the members that are here, worked tirelessly over the last several days to make sure that we got this right. So please join me in thanking and recognizing our AD, Boo Corrigan.
And now the AD, Boo Corrigan, coming up to the microphone. This is the Adam Gold Show. We're airing the Justin Gainey introductory press conference. It's at the Champions Club in Lenovo Center, where obviously State plays basketball.
I was just going to stand here. I didn't know what he was going to say, but the logical answer at this point is what he said.
right, as we go into this. This is indeed a great day for NC State and a great day for our men's basketball program. I want to thank our donors. I want to thank our fans. I want to thank Coach Doran during spring practice for being here, which speaks to who we are and what we are as an athletic department. But to the donors and fans, thank you for your passion. Thank you for your toughness and resilience and your loyalty. Now, tracking the airplane may have been a step too far as we're going into this whole thing, but we do appreciate your passion. And finally, to Coach Gainey, welcome home. It's great to have you home. I know many of the people here remember Coach Gainey at Greensboro Day, and I think Coach Freddie's here somewhere. Yeah, is that right? Coach, great to have you here. Remember him in Reynolds Coliseum. Remember him at the Lenovo Center, then known as the Entertainment and Sports Arena, right? So much so that the first NC State basket made in this arena was made by your new head coach, Justin Gainey. After seeing him, for some reason, when I look at myself in college, I look a whole lot older now. He doesn't look a day older than he did when he graduated from here. But do not let his youthful appearance deceive you. Coach Gainey is a veteran coach with 20 years of experience at the highest level. Since his time as a player, he's coached with some of the great coaches. He's gained a wealth of experience. He's been a part of big games. He knows what it takes to win at the highest level. He's recruited at the highest level. He's built relationships to build a team and to build a coaching staff. Make no mistake, the teams that he's been a part of were more successful because of Coach Gainey being on that staff. In an era of basketball that analytics are playing such a big role right now, Coach Gainey's teams will be built on the basics. We'll score the ball. We'll defend at a high level. We will rebound. We will dive for loose balls. We will get steals. We will show toughness every step of the way because that's who NC State is. More importantly, Coach Gainey is a husband and father to Courtney, to Jordan, who's not here because he's still playing, correct? To Jason and to Jackson, and a son to Marion and Napoleon. Thank y'all so much for being here. Some welcome back to the pack. Some welcome to the pack. It's great to have you. As a former point guard, Jason knows what it takes to manage a team. As a former captain, he knows what it takes to be a strong leader and what we need to do to take the next step. And as a two-time NC State graduate, he understands the love we all have for this university. To quote Coach Doran, Jason's blood is in the bricks. We're excited for the program and see where we go and what you can build here at NC State. And we're excited about the future under your leadership. Ladies and gentlemen, been a long week, folks. Been a long week. It is my pleasure and honor to introduce you to your next head basketball coach, Justin Gainey.
All right, the man of the hour is stepping to the microphone. Here's Justin Gainey, the next head coach at NC State. Big moment here for NC State.
Thank you, guys. You didn't have to stop clapping. No, it was awesome. That's awesome. Boo, thanks so much. Chancellor Howell, thanks so much. This is surreal. It's a surreal moment for me. It's like a dream come true that still hasn't fully set in. I'm just so excited to be here, to be in front of you. It's home. I'm excited to be back home. First and foremost, I want to thank God. I want to thank God for this incredible opportunity. I'm humbled, I'm grateful, and I'm ready. And I know without him, none of this will be possible. Without him, I probably would have given up a long time ago. But I kept my eye on him. He kept guiding me through. And I didn't change my values. I didn't change who I was to ascend quicker. I just kept grinding, kept going, and tried to do things the right way. And it's awesome to see that pay off. I want to start by thanking the leadership here at NC State, Chancellor Kevin Howell and Boo Corrigan. Thank you so much for believing in me and giving me this amazing opportunity to live out my dream. This is a special place with a proud tradition, and I don't take any of this lightly. I don't take any of these responsibilities lightly. I know what comes with it. I was born here in North Carolina, played here at NC State. I understand what being on Tobacco Road is all about. I understand it. And Boo said it great in his last presser. You got to have a certain type of toughness to be here. And if you look at my career, my path, I was never the tallest guy. I was never the fastest. I wouldn't say I always shot the ball the best. But the one thing that I prided myself on was toughness. And I tried to bring that every day. And as long as I'm your head coach, you can count on that every single day, that I'm going to bring that toughness. And all of my teams and my staff and everybody that's in contact with us will have that toughness. Now, I wouldn't be standing here today without the people who have supported me all throughout my career. I want to start with my family, my beautiful wife, Courtney. She's been the rock, married over 20 years. I don't know how many moves. Started here in North Carolina, went all the way out to San Jose, California, to Tennessee, and now we back home, baby. We back home. But through all of those moves, you've always been the rock of the family, keeping everybody together, organizing things when I'm home. When I'm away, when I'm at games, recruiting. You were always that solid force to get the boys where they needed to get to and to run our family. And thank you. It means a lot. And this is, I couldn't have got here without you. I couldn't. To my boys, Jordan, Jason, Jackson, you guys are my why. You guys are my why. Everything I do, I try to make you proud. And I will never compromise myself, compromise our name just for a quick fix or a quick win. And I do that with you guys in mind. And I try to be the best role model for you guys that I possibly can. To my parents, mom, dad, thank you for everything. you guys, whether you know it or not, instilled in me an unbelievable work ethic. Just to watch you guys go about your business and do what you do and provide for the family, you know, I don't take that for granted. And it taught me a lot as far as hard work, as far as never complaining, and always having a positive view on whatever the situation is. And it's helped prepare me for everything that came my way. And everything that came, I always tried to find the positive in it. And you guys would never let me find the negative. And so for that, I'm thankful. To all my mentors and former coaches, I would like to thank you guys as well. You know, my dad, I throw you in that category as, you know, the best coach I've ever had. You know, remember the AAU trips, you know, trying to figure it out. Coach Johnson, you know, you don't know how important you've been to me in my whole career. From a development standpoint, I remember when I got to Greensboro Day, and when I talk development now to my players, I speak of what I started with you. And that's the vision that I have for all my players. Because, man, you met me, Coach, in 1990, probably 92. And the relationship we have now is stronger than it probably was when I was playing for you. You're always my sounding board. You're always somebody I can reach out to. You're someone that's going to keep it real with me. And I want that relationship with my players. I want my guys to be able to call me 30 years from now and be able to lean on me. And I go watch their kids play, and we just have that lifelong relationship. So, Coach Jay, thank you. Also, Coach Barnes. I'd like to thank Coach Barnes as well. He's been an unbelievable mentor for me, guiding me through so many different processes, helping me grow, helping me develop. I wouldn't be the coach that I am right now if it wasn't for him. He showed me a different way. He showed me a way that I envision running my program as well. And so thank you to you guys. I'd be remiss if I didn't thank the former players. I see my guys here, Jeremy Hyatt, Oshawa Benjamin, Damon Thornton. Damon and I came into the same class, but all three of you guys were on that team that we went to the ACC Tournament Championship. Man, we share so many memories, and we still talk often to this day. And for the players, like we talked about it yesterday, like I want this to be a place you can come back to and call home. I want you guys to develop relationships that you will have forever. And I want to be an example for you of that, because those guys, you know, we went through a lot together. We went through hard together. And it did nothing but make us closer. And that's what we're about to embark on. We're getting ready to go through hard. And you got to be prepared for it. You got to want it. You got to enjoy it. And that hard will bring you together. That hard will harden you for those tough moments on the court, also in life. But for the former players, I'm excited to be here. This is for us, man. This is for us. And, you know, it's time for us to have that feel, that home feel that we deserve. That mentoring of the young guys, teaching them the way, showing them what it's about to be from NC State, to be a Wolfpack, because we have unbelievable tradition. Like I remember when I was a freshman, sophomore, Coach would come back, and I'd watch him work, and he was older then. I don't know if Coach is here, but Coach was older then. But just how he worked and talking to him about, his experience when he was with the Celtics. You know, Chucky Brown was always around in the summer, and I could bounce stuff off of him. But that's the feel we got to have. That's the feel we got to be together. And I'm excited to take that next chapter with you guys.
Justin Gainey, introduced as NC State's head basketball coach. This is the Adam Gold Show.
Now to the Wolfpack Nation. I can already feel your passion, your pride, your determination to win at the highest level. And I share that with you. I really do. And I'm excited. I'm excited, man, more than you can believe to be here. And I promise you, we're going to build this program that reflects your energy, your toughness, and your commitment. We will compete every single day to represent this university in the best way it possible can. Every single day. And you have my word on that. Players, to the current players, this program is going to be built on a couple things, and it's simple. We're going to develop. We're going to develop you guys. I don't want you to walk in with any limitations on yourself, on who you can become, and what you're capable of. We're gonna help you reach whatever limits you're trying to reach on the court as well as off the court. It's our job to develop you there. We're gonna connect, all right? We're gonna connect with the community. You guys are gonna have an unbelievable connection within your group that can never be torn apart. You're going to connect with the university. This is an amazing place with a lot of people that care about you. Believe it or not, that care about you and that want to see you succeed, not only as players, but also after. And these are people that are going to be in your life forever. Like for me, receiving that call from Wendell Murphy the other day, just kind of out of the blue, I look on my phone, it's like a random phone number, and I answer it, and it's Wendell. And I can remember coming back from games, he would fly with us on the charter flights, and he would, you know, I'd sit beside him and we would talk, and you know, his presence was always around. But that's 35 years ago, and we still have those relationships. Look at the people that came out, right? The NC State faithful. And if it wasn't closed, we probably could have filled the arena, boo. I think we could have. But you got a family for you, and you always will. Remember that. And then we're going to compete. We're going to compete every day with toughness, and we're going to compete together. Because at the end of the day, we're in this to win. We're in this to win big. We're in this to win championships. And the only way that happens is competing at the highest level in everything you do. We're going to compete in the classroom. We're going to compete in study hall. We're going to compete in practice. We're going to compete in the games. Everything is going to be competitive. And so I hope you guys are ready for that.
All right, that's Justin Gainey, the new head coach at NC State. We got to get a break in. We're going to come back and talk to a big State fan, our friend Will Brinson. We'll chat with him about what Justin Gainey had to say, and we'll also talk a little bit about scab referees. Next.
Questioning goalie interference calls since day one. The Adam Gold Show on the North Carolina Sports Network.
Listen for the "Did he just do that?"
Cameron Boozer, put it off the window! Count it in a foul!
Listen for the "Get that out of here's."
Gumba blocked it. What a rejection.
Oh my goodness.
The lob! Brown hangs from the rim, and the lead grows to 22.
The road to Indianapolis runs through 99.9. The Fan, driven by Strategic Tax Resolution, Wake Med, Fairway Green, and Chapel Hill Family and Cosmetic Dentistry.
If you or anyone you care about is facing a family legal matter, call Cordell & Cordell today at 1-855-GET-LEGAL or visit CordellCordell.com to schedule your consultation.
There's a lot on the line in divorce. This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell, the largest family law firm in the country, with over 35 years of helping clients navigate divorce. But being big doesn't mean less personal or less local. Our attorneys live and work in your community, and as neighbors, they understand the challenges your families face. Divorce touches all areas of your life: your home, savings, retirement, and of course, kids. So when you find yourself facing divorce, you need a partner you can count on. Visit CordellCordell.com to schedule your consultation.
If you or anyone you care about is facing divorce, contact Cordell and Cordell today. With over 100,000 clients served, we understand the challenges you're facing on a personal level. Call Cordell and Cordell today at 1-855-GET-LEGAL. That's 1-855-GET-LEGAL. Joseph Cordell, licensed in Missouri and Illinois. CordellCordell.com.
I need a little ranch, step to the ranch. There's a new flavor in town, the Jalapeno Ranch Club at Chick-fil-A. With that juicy Chick-fil-A original spicy or grilled chicken, a buttermilk ranch bun, candied bacon, pepper jack cheese, and jalapeno ranch sauce. It's got big ranch vibes with a little heat. Chick-fil-A's new Jalapeno Ranch Club. Available for a limited time only. Order ahead on the Chick-fil-A app.
North Carolina, come out and play. Capital Range and Firearms presents Range Fest, Saturday, April 11th at the range at True North in Oxford. Featuring platinum sponsors AR-15discounts.com and Hornady, along with familiar sponsors Magpul and EOTech. Shoot full auto-suppressed firearms and enjoy live fire demos, music, food, and our high-stakes Top Shot competition benefiting the USMC Scout Sniper Association. Get yours now at rangefest.com. That's rangefest.com. See you April 11th at Oxford.
Stop letting high interest debt weigh you down. Pay it all off in days with Loan Pronto's Rapid Equity Loan. It's a completely hassle-free way to cash out your home equity with no appraisals, no paperwork, no waiting. Hey, it's Dennis Cox from 99.9 The Fan. Loan Pronto's Rapid Equity Loan uses AI-driven tech to get you approved for cash out in as little as 1 day with a rate that's at a 3-year low. One client just got $100,000 approved in under 24 hours, wiped out all their credit cards, started a home improvement project, and cut their monthly expenses by $1,500. Call Loan Pronto now and see how much cash you can get. No hard credit pull up front. And imagine, this time next week, you could be credit card debt-free. Loan Pronto, A-plus rated by the BBB with nearly 2,800 5-star Google reviews. Call 919-381-1760, loanpronto.com. 919-381-1760, loanpronto.com. Equal housing lender, NMLS 1661781, on approved credit. Visit NMLSconsumeraccess.org.
Indeed presents hires you can't afford to get wrong, like a warehouse operations manager.
Where are the forklifts?
Sold them. Too expensive. We're using scooters now.
So you expect us to move a 2-ton pallet on a scooter?
Just lean into it. Put your back into it, people.
This is your job for sponsored jobs. This is what happens when you don't sponsor your job on Indeed. Next time, get matched with quality candidates with Indeed sponsored jobs. Visit Indeed.com/hire now and sponsor your job today.
This is Adam Gold.
You know, soap attracts dirt, right? That's what soap does. It attracts dirt. Right now, Bill Belichick is soap. That's what he is.
Yeah.
He's soap.
Yeah.
He's attracting all this dirt.
Or he's like an overripe banana and it's attracting all these gnats.
The Adam Gold Show.
It's the Adam Gold Show. I'm Adam Gold. Victoria producing the program. Thanks for hanging out with us on a Wednesday afternoon. Justin Gainey, the press conference to introduce him as the next head basketball coach at NC State. It's not over, but it's over for us here on the radio. But it was great to hear Justin introduced. Great to hear Boo Corrigan, who had jokes. And
He did.
He did have jokes, which is good. Boo was great. He did, I think, referred to him as Jason a couple of times. But he got it right, and he called himself out on it. And Kevin Howell, the chancellor at NC State as well. All right, Will Brinson, my friend, senior NFL writer, CBSSports.com, sorts the Sunday pile, but also a frequenter of NC State athletics. So, sir, your reaction to Justin Gainey, the guy?
Well, I mean, I thought he did a really good job in that press conference. You know, he's not, didn't come out as like a slick Rick salesman, like, fast talking monorail guy, like the Simpsons monorail thing. That's basically Will Wade at this point. After hearing him give the exact same press conference in Baton Rouge that he gave in Raleigh a year before, and almost say represent the Wolfpack.
Right.
I mean, yeah. So like, you had it wasn't. I don't think it was a perfect press conference. The Jason stuff, not ideal, but that wasn't Justin's fault.
Right.
And I think one of the things about Justin Gainey as coach is that when Will Wade left, with the openings that are out there right now, obviously Carolina. There's Josh Church was in the mix, but there's a lot of buzz. I think that Tommy Lloyd might be going to Carolina, regardless of what Arizona does, or like Carolina, based on their search, Carolina is going to open up another high level basketball position. Kansas is still up in the air, Tennessee is still up in the air. There were going to be places where Justin Gainey was going to get interest outside of NC State, and if you made a move to go get somebody like a Josh Church, or, you try to wait around to see if Church would come, maybe you miss out on Justin Gainey.
Yes.
And he's a guy who played really well here. The defensive coaching, the acumen there. To me, I think you can fashion an offense, right? Like you can't fashion a defense. You can't be like, I'm a great offensive coach and then we're just going to figure out the defense. If you're a great defensive coach in college basketball and you put the right staff around you and bring in the right players and run the right system, like you could be a top 25 offense.
Yeah.
You could figure that out, right? So like I like that idea of going defensive with the hire. I love the alumni factor. I think the support of the big boosters is going to be there, and the floor is probably like maybe a little bit lower. But then again, like we thought the floor was really high with Will Wade last year, and he was as average as they came. So I think A+ all around for everyone involved.
I don't think the floor is lower at all. I think I like the fact that there were no promises other than we're going to compete, right? There were no reckonings. The whole world's going to be scared to death of us. We're gonna turn this around. It's not gonna take a long. There was none of the salesmanship, because that's not who Justin Gainey is. I'm embarrassed that I fell for Will Wade.
Yeah, same. Yeah, I mean, like absolute, like I bought monorail shares like to the moon, and we're like Snake Coin, like I bought the Snake Coin meme with Will Wade and absolutely paid the price. So I think that we talk about like winning the press conference in every sport, where coach comes in and and a lot of times almost inevitably, like when you win the press conference, it's not like a foretelling that there's going to be great success. I mean, remember Dan Campbell's press conference routinely mocked because he was going to bite kneecaps. It turns out that like the energy he brought was,
Nick Sirianni talking about playing rock, paper, scissors with people.
Yeah. And he wins the Super Bowl. I mean, so a lot of times it's like we just naturally overinflate the value of a slick press conference. And I mean, like Will Wade won the press conference. I thought Justin Gainey did a great job giving setting the standard for what he wants the program to be, without going over the top, as you said, and be like, oh, we're going to come in here. Everyone is going to be peeing down their leg because we're going to win. Like we're going to dominate. We're going to win like so many games. We are going to be in the top half of the ACC. They in fact made the tournament last year, but limped in and clearly, it was checked out. I don't think you're going to get that sort of energy from Justin Gainey at all.
I 100% agree. And again, I'm still embarrassed that I fell for all of that, but I did. Maybe because I'm old and I will always believe in the best of people. So while I have Will Brinson here with me, let me ask you one thing about the National Football League.
Lovely.
I mean, we don't have to, but I almost feel obligated.
No, of course.
Does Roger Goodell remember Fail Mary? Does he remember that his league with replacement referees?
You would hope so, because I mean that was a bad stretch.
Yep.
Like one of the all-time memes. So I think it was Sunday Night Football. It's like one guy's like incomplete, one guy's like touchdowns. I mean, just a Yeah, like you need your officials, and the NFL loves to bargain and loves to play chicken in bargaining sessions. So no surprise that they're willing to do that. But you need to, and it is like it's early days, right? I mean, like you got plenty of time to figure out the officials. But really, like they need to have. You just don't mess around with it, man. Just get the officials in place. Like nobody wants backup refs. It's bad enough as it is.
Right. I mean, you got a $25 billion industry. It might even be more for all I know about what the current number is for the NFL. And I mean, you're selling more and more games overseas. You're creating more and more exclusive, packages for different streamers and whatever. I mean, I'm pretty sure that the referees are not asking for $1 million per game per referee. I'm fairly certain of that.
Right. This isn't Friends. This isn't late run of Friends where they're like demand. Every cast member is demanding $1 million an episode. And the other thing too is like ESPN is not going to do doubleheader Monday Night Football next year.
Right.
I believe the presumption is that they're going to take those games and try and sell them off as another package to another. To your point, like a lot of these games at this stage in 2026. Are island games. It used to be you had one island game or two island games, whether Sunday night and Monday night. Now you have, Thursday night. You have all it's just so spread out and so isolated and so focused on one game, and nobody freaks out when the Falcons and Panthers have an officiating miscue, like in the 1 o'clock window. But when it happens on like Sunday Night Football,
right,
it's magnified, and that's what the NFL needs to be more cognizant of, I think.
I mean, it's just you just don't want to put yourself in position where fake referees and these. I mean, it's a union, so if you break the picket line and you go to work, you'll never get accepted by that union if you want this to be your job. I just don't see. I mean,
Correct.
where are they going to get these people? I don't think the UFL officials are coming. They go into high schools. Where are they going? They go to like European officials. I mean, I don't know. The whole thing to me.
I guess you try and grab from like the college ranks, maybe. But don't
the Brad Allens of the world want to be NFL officials?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, right. Yeah. So it's like if you're somebody who has, an eye on being an NFL official, to your point, you're not going to be like, yeah, I'll come up and be a replacement ref. I mean, that's why anytime you get replacements in a union situation, you are setting yourself up to not be welcomed by that union in the future. It is like almost any profession.
What they should do?
Yeah, I mean, like you're going to have to. Yeah, you're using the pool skimmer and you're grabbing the best you can get. It's probably not going to be that good.
Well, get a pool skimmer. Get the people from the stands who think they know what the rules are, and let them come out and do it.
True.
There you go.
We could just go to sports bars across America and get conglomerates of various drunken fans.
Will Brinson, my friend, thanks for being flexible with me. I appreciate your time.
Yeah, buddy. Go Pack.
I'll talk to you later. Will Brinson here on the Adam Gold Show. So we were supposed to talk football. And then we realized we could run the Justin Gainey press conference. So football kind of, all right, we'll work something in. All right, let's take a quick break. We'll come back. We'll talk a little bit more about Justin Gainey as the head coach. And to me, the clear, glaring, blaring differences in a year.
Delivering more hits than the Canes forecheck.
Shoots, he scores!
The Adam Gold Show on the North Carolina Sports Network.
It's the first day of the first grade, and she found a new best friend. It's a laid-back Sunday afternoon, you wish would never end.
The homemade taste of Bluebell and good friends gathered round. The good old days are being made right now.
New Bluebell Brookie a la mode ice cream brings brownies and cookies together like never before. Big chunks of brownies, soft chocolate chip cookie pieces blended into a rich, creamy brown sugar ice cream. It's not too good to be true. It's just that good.
The good old days are being made right now.
The good old days are being made right now.
Look for Bluebell ice cream at your local grocer and pick up your favorite flavor today.
Carolina Complete Health. From neighborhoods in Charlotte to families in Greensboro, Raleigh, and Durham, all the way to Asheville and Wilmington, and everything in between. We are here for communities across North Carolina, connecting you to the care and support you need. We are here to make healthcare easier to access and understand. We are here to bridge the gap, because your health matters. Your community matters. You matter. We are here for your health. Visit hereforyourhealthnc.com.
Have you ever considered a career as a public power line worker? Public power line workers use a variety of specialized skills to build and maintain a locally owned and operated electric system. As a public power line worker, you can expect a career that allows you to work close to home, a safety record superior to other energy providers, and training and apprenticeship opportunities. Learn more about public power and careers in public power at electricities.com.
This April, join North Carolina Realtors in celebrating Fair Housing Month. Fair housing means everyone deserves a place to call home, regardless of race, color, national origin, religion, sex, or disability. NC Realtors are committed to fair housing for all North Carolinians and ensuring that everyone has access to safe and affordable housing. Let's work together to create communities where everyone can thrive. Visit ncrealtors.org to learn more about fair housing. Paid for by NC Realtors.
You know the only feeling sweeter than opening a college acceptance letter? Knowing that you'll be able to pay for tuition however far you go. The first step? Completing the free application for federal student aid, or the FAFSA for short. Find out how much money for college you qualify for. Grants, scholarships, and other opportunities are waiting. How far can you go? Find out at cfnc.org/FAFSA 101.
Your background may not include agriculture, but 2 years at the Agricultural Institute will prepare you for career in it. Whether you are a military veteran with an arsenal of skills, kickstarting your second career, or about to graduate high school, the Agricultural Institute at NC State University is the right place for you. Nurture your passion and find your career. Invest in your future and learn more about our program online by searching NC State Ag Institute. Deadline for fall enrollment is June 1st. 2 years, 1 degree, endless possibilities.
Your child's doctor shares your goals, a healthy future for your child. Doctors recommend vaccines throughout childhood because they protect what matters most, your child's future from preventable disease and serious illness. Discuss any questions you have and check that your child is up to date and talk about any concerns. You're right to have questions. Get real answers. Start a conversation with your doctor today. Visit vaccinesforkids.nc.gov. Paid for by NCDHHS.
Are you about to mow the lawn? It's blazing hot out here. Smokey Bear says,
avoid using power equipment when it's windy or dry. It's all on SmokeyBear.com. Because only you can prevent wildfires.
Brought to you by the USDA Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
This is Adam Gold.
The American Cornhole League. I don't know if you can wager on it. Let me go to FanDuel and find out if you can wager on it.
I think I read you can get a scholarship. Kids in high school can actually get scholarships for cornholing. Who knows? I don't know what the technical term is.
I'm just not going to say anything.
The Adam Gold Show.
It's the Adam Gold Show. I am Adam Gold, Victoria, producing the program.
I had to end Fool's Day with Lil Zep.
I was actually just listening to this song this morning.
Nice.
Yeah, it's an amazing song. Robert Plant just performed here last night.
Oh, was that last night?
Last night, yes. Had I not had a hockey game that I could not get covered, I would have gone with Aileen to this show. She says, as long as you don't mind me going without you, just in case Robert wants to take me back to London with him,
right?
Then that's okay.
Just heads up.
So all I know is I got up this morning and Aileen was at the house.
Oh.
So we
Robert did not ask.
We dodged another bullet.
There you go. It's a beautiful day.
It is. In fact, we have I think I've been to 3 Robert Plant shows with her.
Oh, fun.
That is her.
That's her jam.
That is her guy.
Yeah.
So she's a Wolverhampton fan because Robert Plant grew up in Birmingham.
Oh, yeah.
And he is actually a part of the board of trustees or something for Wolverhampton, for the Wanderers. So,
she would love one of our music posters. It's Robert Plant. It's a famous concert photo of him, and there's like a dove in it.
Oh, she probably has it.
Yeah, she might.
Tattooed on the inside of her eyelids. Very quickly, Justin Gainey introduced as the head coach at NC State. I want to give you a couple of thoughts on that. We've only got 2 minutes here. But a Dear Campbell letter from John Andrzejczyk, who is the now former head coach at Campbell. I'll just read very quickly. I say this with a very heavy heart, but I will be stepping down as your head men's basketball coach. 1 year. Was the head coach the assistant coach at Florida. Last year they won the title, Florida. This year got bounced. But anyway, he comes to Campbell, spends 1 year, and he's going to become associate head coach at Louisville. And actually, other than reading the exact thing, basically what he's saying here is that the university has shifted priorities, meaning like NIL support, money support, to other programs, probably football, and that he just can't stay because they will not be supported in that manner. But he loved his time at in Buies Creek, and he thanks everybody for their hard work, and he ends it with roll humps, which is one of the great sign-offs. That's what they say. All right, real quick.
On hump day.
On hump day. Very quickly, I do think it's very notable that Justin Gainey made no promises other than effort. That's what he talked about. He talked about effort, not results, effort. Because the only thing you can control is how hard you work. I look forward to Justin Gainey's success at NC State. Victoria, thank you very much. See everybody tomorrow.
Because your fantasy football team needs all the help it can get, the Adam Gold Show on the North Carolina Sports Network.
Hey, it's Adam Gold from my friends at FanDuel, America's #1 sports book. Baseball season, man, we are more than a week in. It's already fun. Let's have more fun. Daily Dingers. All you have to do to join the action, make your free pick on who is hitting a home run in their game, like Giancarlo Stanton for the Yankees in Seattle this afternoon.